from Land Peoples Stadium in Mobile, Alabama, side of the GoDaddy Bowl 2015, as we get set to bring you Georgia Southern's first ever FBS Bowl game. Hello, everybody. This is Chris Blair alongside Terry Harvin, Danny Reed, Russ Brown, Colin Lacey on controls here in the booth, and Drew Whaley stirring the drink back at Network Studios, getting set to bring you tonight's play-by-play story on a rainy and windy but warm night here in Mobile, Alabama. Georgia Southern and Eagle Nation, they are here in full attendance. They have taken over Mobile, Alabama for the last 48 hours or so, and they are here waiting and in anticipation for the opening game for the Eagles on the stage of a bowl game. And Terry, when you take a look at these two teams, you guys have talked about it quite a bit. You're looking at a team that likes to throw the football. They come out of the Mid-American Conference and they throw it all around the yard. Georgia Southern, no surprise, they'll try to do their work on the ground. A battle of two different philosophies here tonight.
One of the nation's leading offense production teams here, 561 yards of offense for Bowling Green. Most of that through the air, 376. That's 185 on the ground. In their particular scenario, Chris, the pass sets up the run. Georgia Southern obviously is the exact opposite. 417 yards of total offense, 356 on the ground. Key to note, Chris, defensively for Bowling Green, both the tackles, they're out. One suspended, one is out for medical reasons. Georgia Southern, Bowling Green won the toss and has elected to receive, Chris, so we're going to see this high-powered offense from the get-go.
So they're set to go. Eagles dressed in their road white tops, white bottoms. Georgia Southern blue helmet for the home team in the bowl game. Bowling Green, the Falcons, dressed in brown tops, white trim, orange pants, and orange helmets. First half kickoff presented by Georgia Farm Bureau and your Georgia Farm Bureau agents. And Younghoe Koo puts this one in the back left corner of the end zone. It will be a touchback, and the Falcons will start first down and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Younghoe Koo on the season, his 40th touchback of the year, not allowing them to put anything down. There is a flag down on the Georgia Southern side of the field, the near side, at about the 37-yard line. We'll see what that's all about.
Kicking team, 5 yards will be added to the touchback spot. First down, Bowling Green.
Well, that's not a good way to start off the game. Now they're going to have pretty good field position. First down and 10 for Bowling Green from the 30.
So Dale McGee, head coach for the Eagles here in the bowl game. We'll send the defense out for the Eagles. 15 minutes up on the board. No score, just underway. About to get started here is Bowling Green. We'll take the first snap of the 2015 GoDaddy Bowl here in Mobile. The lineup now send four receivers out wide to the left. Empty backfield with a single back to the right side. As Johnson, quick fire, screen, and ball is jarred loose. Incomplete, caught at about the 34, but then leveled immediately by Antonio Glover. Teo Redding had it in his hands, but he could not hold on after having it jarred loose.
Immediately.
Second down and 10. From the 30-yard line, attacking left to right on your dial. This time they'll stack two receivers to the left, two to the near side. Look to line up with a single back and Travis Green. He'll be on the left side of Matt Johnson, the senior quarterback out of Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. Running to the left side, making his way to about the 40. They'll stop him at the 39-yard line before Antonio Glover coming up to make the tackle from the safety position, but a nice, decent pickup there. Matt Johnson on the keeper, and it'll be third. Nope, they'll say he got the first down. Looked like it was going to be third and short, but they'll go ahead and rule it at first down. So first down and 10 on the run for Johnson, who comes into the game with 105 carries on the season. Not known to run a lot as Johnson stands in the pocket on first down and 10, fires this one near side, dive for it, and they'll say they have it. In Eagle territory at about the 47-yard line, Roger Lewis hauls it in.
Fan base not liking that, thinking he might have trapped it on the carpet. This high-powered offense so fast-paced, they're not even get a chance to see a replay on it. And it's a good catch. In fact, his foot might have been out of bounds, they're going to review it, Chris.
They're going to take a look now just prior to the snap. The booth whistles down and says they're going to take a look at that play to make sure it was a clean catch. Gives us an opportunity to introduce you to our officials tonight out of the Mountain West Conference.
Completed catch for the first down. Previous play is under further review.
So they'll take a look at that. Our officials tonight presented by Vision Source and Dr. Horace Steele, the official team eye doctor of the Georgia Southern Eagles. When making the right call, your vision cannot be compromised, so schedule an appointment today with Vision Source. Scott Campbell is the referee, Michael Henderson the umpire, Greg Downham the head linesman, Steve Hoslett the line judge, Kirk Wineski is the field judge, Rick Oakey is the side judge, Robert Lewis the back judge, and upstairs the replay official is Bruce Bain.
And based on that replay, Chris, I expect this to be overturned. It looked as though not only was his left foot out of bounds, but part of his body when he made the catch. The receiver did a very good job of going down for the ball, getting his hands underneath the ball, but I believe part of his body was out of bounds. Well, at least the replay says it is. And I think the best description for this offense of what we've seen so far is like a basketball terminology. It's a fast break offense.
Certainly expecting them to move the tempo very quickly throughout the game. The only thing that has slowed Bowling Green down is this replay here with 14:11 to go. Just underway first quarter, no score. Falcons took the opening kickoff. Now they've moved it into Eagle territory. Right now the football rests at the Eagle 47-yard line. But hold the phone, this may be coming back after that completion was ruled a catch, and now they go to the review booth to take a look. Danny Reed, you're down there. I get the sense from the Eagle fans and the Georgia Southern sideline they think this play's coming back.
Well, I think that the foot hit out of bounds even before the ball got to him, and then it hit out of bounds again while he was juggling it, so this shouldn't be taking all that long.
No, I mean, I agree with you. His left foot was out of bounds before the ball got to him to begin with. And correct me if I'm wrong, you can't go out of bounds and then come back in. Be the first one, correct? And if this is overturned, hopefully it will, the Bowling Green will be back first and 10 ball on the 42.
So still in a holding pattern here at Ladd Peoples Stadium. Again, Georgia Southern bringing the crowd here to Mobile. Bowling Green not so much.
And he can just listen to us. We've already made the decision for him. Pretty quick.
In fact, I would almost argue you've got 3-1 Georgia Southern. Bowling
After
Green.
review, the receiver was out of bounds before he caught the pass. Therefore, it's an incomplete pass. It'll be second down and 10 from the 42-yard line.
So there we go. Call comes from Scott Campbell, and they will back up Bowling Green to the Falcons side of the field. Second down and 10 at the Falcon 42-yard line.
Again, this defense has got to find a way to get back in position quickly because they get right to the line of scrimmage and go at it. That's how he was able to get that first down on the 3rd and 1 quarterback sneak. We really weren't in position. So it should be second down and 10, ball at the 42, and that's where they mark it. 3-man front for the Eagles.
They'll go 3-man front defensively. They'll send 2 wide to each side, a single back. Matt Johnson waiting on the snap. Now he steps up near the line of scrimmage, looking to the near sideline. Now the running back, Travis Green, steps up. Change the call for the offensive line. Now they move 4 men up in the box at the line. Give to Green, and Green's going to be stood up after getting a couple of yards, makes his way to about the 45, maybe the 46-yard line. A gain of 4. It'll be 3rd down and 6 upcoming for the Falcons.
Good extra push for that running back. Georgia Southern saw something there on their tendencies and brought 2 more to the line of scrimmage, able to stop at 3rd down.
Williamson Gallen was on the tackle for the Eagles. Now looking at 3rd down and 6. Snap back, Johnson with time, scans the field far down the middle and broken up down around the 27-yard line. Threw into what was pretty good coverage. He was looking for Redding, a sophomore out of Wren, Michigan. But off the mark and incomplete, sets up 4th down and 6, and Bowling Green, after taking the opening kickoff, now will have to punt it away.
Dobson was step for step with him. Fortunately, the quarterback, Johnson, had way too much time back there in order to get his receivers, just missed his mark. Their punter now standing on his own 30-yard line.
Derek Keaton will be out to receive this kick for the Eagles. Joseph Davidson will punt it away, averaging about 45 yards a kick on the season. He'll let it fly from about the 34-yard line after the snap. Here it comes. Handled. He'll put it away. Low line kick. Takes a bounce at the 24. Wisely this time gets a good hop inside the 15, down around the 11-yard line. And Keaton decided to get out of the way.
And they missed it because it actually hit Harv Kobe in the leg, on the right leg, up on around the 21-yard line, and then bounced sideways. So I didn't see a bag come out. But yep, now they did. They did find it. It looks like they're going to spot the ball at the 22-yard line. It was a rough punt. The wind is pretty tough down there, Danny, and kicking into it, that punter struggled.
Terry, I can't believe that you commented about the punter. Is that the first time that's happened this year?
Yeah, just basically, yeah.
So the Eagle offense will come out. Kevin Ellison the junior quarterback out of Cornelia, Georgia, will march the Eagles onto the field. Matt Breida in the lineup, again was banged up after the final regular season game. Said he's been getting better each and every day, and they'll open up first down and 10. From the 22-yard line of their very own, attacking right to left, twin backs behind Ellison in Fields and Breida. Ellison's going to keep it far side. Ellison looking for the hole, and he found it up across the 30 and eventually pulled down at the 35-yard line. 13-yard gain. Terrence Bush eventually making the tackle. But easy running that time for Kevin Ellison. Derek Keaton out on the corner making the block.
Good read, zone read by Ellison. He immediately knew that handing it off to Breida wasn't there because he saw the opening on the right side.
So a quick first down of 13 yards. It'll be first down and 10. Now up at the Eagle 35-yard line. Scrimmaging from the far side hash. Ellison with a single back and Breida. Now they'll motion Keaton at the snap. Ellison to keep coming near side. Late pitch. Keaton takes it near side. 40. 45. Makes his way up to midfield before being brought down there. 15-yard gain. Tackle made by Denard Turner, but another Franklin first down for the Georgia Southern Eagles as the ground attack quickly comes to life.
The corner out there came up with the safety, stayed with Allison as long as he could, and then was able to peel off on the pitch, but just not in time. And Keaton made a great move in on him to pick up the first down.
First down and 10 right at midfield. 12:29 to go, first quarter, no score here underway in the GoDaddy Bowl in Mobile. Single back Breida to the right side. High snap, Ellison gives it to Breida. He'll be smashed. Boy, deep into the backfield. Bowling Green was there. Azal Lunsford, the redshirt junior out of Cincinnati, untouched. Got to Breida nearly at the mesh.
Just blew through Ryan Northrup right off of the snap. He came in hard. Just did a great swim technique on him and not able to get paws on him.
So a loss of 2 sets up second down 12. Now at the 48-yard line of Georgia Southern. Ball middle of the field. Eagles will send out 2 wide to the left, 1 wide to the left side, and B.J. Johnson. Twin backs again. This time Ellison keeps, fakes the pitch, makes his way inside Falcon territory to the 44-yard line. Nice 8-yard pickup. Trenton Green made the tackle and certainly makes third down more manageable here for Georgia Southern with 11:34 clock moving first quarter.
B.J. Johnson out there trying to throw the block, held on as long as he could. Wesley Fields checking into the game. Breida checks out.
2 wide to the left side, short side of the field. 2 wide to the wide side of the field. That's your right. As Ellison lines up in the pistol, now will step up to the offensive line. 11:16 to go here in the first quarter. Play clock down to 12. He'll step back into the pistol. Fields on a wing to his right. Bowling Green looks like they're coming after it as they put 5 on the line. Ellison swing pass. Fields far side. Has running room. Has a block at the 40. Breaks a tackle at the 35. Inside the 30 and stood up down around the 23-yard line. Alfonso Mack will make the tackle, but not before the Eagles pick up yet another Franklin first down.
Huge play call. Came in with a safety blitz. He comes in, Fields lets him go, peels off, he's wide open, and what a great pass by Ellison. He stayed strong in the pocket, put it right where it needed to be so that Wesley could catch it on the run. It looks like Breida's flying out, by the way, as a receiver.
Defensive coordinator's nightmare. Swing pass to a running back for Georgia Southern. First down and 10 at the 27-yard line of the Falcons. Handoff Breida trying to cut right side. Nice open field tackle, cutting him down. Trenton Green gets in to bring down Matt Breida at the line of scrimmage. They may have given him, nope, they're going to say cut down, 2-yard loss. So second down and 12 for the second time in this drive with 10:14 to go in the first quarter.
Yeah, the linebacker shot in there, the kid out of Miami Gardens, Florida. He's just 5'9", 213 as a linebacker, got a lot of speed.
10:02 remaining. First quarter action. Now they'll go to the pistol I. Ellison keeping right side. Fakes the pitch again. Inside the 25. Breaks a tackle at the 20. Now a team of Falcons bring him down around the 12-yard line. Franklin first down for the Georgia Southern Eagles. And Kevin Ellison, Terry, having a field day working this defense out on the edge. They're waiting for the pitch, and they almost look apprehensive to go right at him.
Yeah, they're trying to figure out, they're trying to pick their poison. They're trying to stuff it up the gut. So Breida's not getting anything there, but they're giving the option for the quarterback on the corner.
Eagles inside the clubhouse red zone for the first time tonight. 9:33 remaining first quarter. They'll stay with the pistol I, L.A. Ramsby and Matt Breida. Ellison far side, 10, steps inside a defender, stays upright, down around the 3, lunging for the pylon. And they'll say he's down just short inside the 1-yard line.
3 defenders on the corner. 3 of them came up there, had Ellison. He was able to kind of snake through them and then bouncing off their hips. They just weren't wrapping up. They were just trying to hit him. You watch the replay there. He just keeps going and going. He uses his hand as leverage, and he lunges out for a touchdown. This is probably going to be reviewed.
So right now they'll say they're down inside the 1 yard line, just inside the far side hash.
Nope.
With 9:02 remaining first quarter. Fabian Upshaw has to come in, takes the snap, pitch to Ramsby, near side, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Put an Eagle 6 on it. Touchdown, Georgia Southern. L.A. Ramsby with his 13th rushing touchdown of the season, and the Eagles strike first here in Mobile. 6-0 with 8:52 to go in the first quarter.
And unfortunately, it looked like Derek Keaton took the brunt of L.A.'s hit here as he went into the end zone, put his head down, and just bowls over Keaton on the right hip. And he gets up a little gingerly.
Younghoe Koo on to try and add one more. Snap down. Kick is on its way. Kick is up. And the kick is good. 7-0. Georgia Southern strikes first. 8:52 remaining first quarter here at the GoDaddy Bowl in Mobile. We'll return in just a moment. You're listening to Georgia Southern football on the Georgia Southern Sports Network from Learfield Sports. Welcome back to the GoDaddy Bowl here in Mobile, Alabama. 7-0. Georgia Southern leading over Bowling Green. 8:52 to go in the first quarter. Eagles just reached the in-market end zone, so fans, your chance now to receive a special offer from in-market. Just text the word Eagles to 90561. In-market, fresh choices, friendly faces. And Terry, you come into this ball game, you talk about explosive offenses. Bowling Green took the opening kickoff, drive stalls near midfield. The Eagles take over, pretty explosive on the opening drive.
Yeah, we got the ball at the 22-yard line, and it was 9 plays later, 78 yards. L.A. puts it in. Ellison was your key there. Good blocking on the corners by our receivers. Ellison made very good decisions on the zone read to keep it. He took what they were giving us, plus add a little extra to it for Ellison. Again, you got to wrap up.
So the Eagles up 7-0. Bowling Green now will come back out. Try to get something started offensively. Both programs with interim coaches here tonight.
The irony of it, Chris, is Bowling Green won the toss, and they wanted the ball first because I think in their mind they needed to score first because Georgia Southern likes to possess the ball. And here was our defense stepping up when they needed to, and Georgia Southern getting on the scoreboard first. The Domino's Drive Delivery, presented by Domino's, the world leader, and Pizza Delivery and proud sponsors Georgia Southern Athletics. The Georgia Southern Domino's is open really late tonight, folks, back in Statesboro, so give them a call or anywhere. The World Wide Web, go to Domino's.com.
Younghoe Koo will tee it up at the 35-yard line. Kick this back to Bowling Green with 8:52 to go in the first quarter. Irv Kobe and Clint Stevens will be back deep. Last time, the opening kickoff, Younghoe Koo easily put it in the back of the end zone for his 40th touchback of the season. My guess is with the wind at his back here, he'll have another opportunity to force the Falcons to line it up at the 25-yard line. Here's the approach and the kick. This one gets a foot into this one and sails out of the back of the end zone nearly through the uprights. It'll be first down and 10 at the 25-yard line.
The referees having to break up a little action down there and bringing the players together. Say you guys don't do that. 2 of them ganging up on De La Rosa on the kickoff coverage. Not that they did anything wrong, but it's just a little bit beyond the whistles, and good job by these referees. Yes, note this down. There's time and place, and I just said that. A good job by getting with the 3 players and making sure that better tempers prevail.
So Georgia Southern tonight, representing the Sun Belt Conference, had a tough go of things this past Saturday in bowl games. Appalachian State getting the win in the final moments. Arkansas State, as they start first down and 10, and Johnson hands it off to Fred Coppett on 1st and 10 from the 25. And Coppett trying to find something right tackle. Of course, Georgia State going down to defeat.
Logan Hunt on the play there, able to stuff it up from the end position. The freshman out of Sandersville, Georgia.
Coppett, the junior running back, with a yard gain, made 2nd down and 9. Play action, fire quickly, catch made at the 40, moving his way up near midfield at about the 46-yard line is Roger Lewis, the sophomore out of Pickerington, Ohio. 2015 second-team All-American wide receiver. Showed it there, but a nice pass from Matt Johnson, and the Falcons ready to move again. Same play. Play action this time. Getting a hand on it at the 40-yard line of the Eagles is Darius White. They were looking for Lewis again, almost same play.
Almost the same play. This time Darius gambles and cuts in. I wouldn't be surprised if they come back to this play later in the game with a double move, thinking he's going to chance it, and then they're down the sideline.
First down and 10 at the Eagle 46-yard line. Johnson throws the screen far side, now trying to pick up a head of steam, moving to the far side with not much room as Robbie Moore had to go way back behind the line of scrimmage before trying to get going. I'll say he makes his way into Eagle territory. They'll mark it at the 48-yard line of Georgia Southern.
For them, just as an easy slant pattern again. 3rd and 4.
3rd down and 4 with receivers stacked to the left. One to the right side. They'll hand it off. Nowhere to go. Makes his way to the 45-yard line. Fred Coppett short of the first down. It will be 4th down and about a yard and a half, possibly 2, with 7:51 to go. It looks like Bowling Green will roll the dice. 56% on 4th down this season. So they'll go for it here. 4th and a little more than a yard at the 45-yard line of Georgia Southern. Snap, bobbled, picked up. Johnson now running for his life near side. Backpedals, throws this one in the air. Has a man wide open at the 22-yard line. Roger Lewis will go in to score. It's 7-6. With 7:29 to go in the first quarter. That is an improvised play with that look busted. And the Eagles gave up on it too soon, and Lewis kept going. And credit Matt Johnson finding the open receiver.
Busted play. Bad couldn't handle the snap. We came in on outside linebacker blitz. Hicklin was there. Looks like Glover came up. Darius White gave up on the receiver and came up on it, and then that's when the receiver stayed with his route to give his quarterback an out.
So the Falcons making a 7-6 ball game. Tyler Tate will try to tie things up with a point after. High snap, but placed down, and it's blocked. The Eagles put it on the carpet. Now it's picked up. Georgia Southern's going the other way. Down the far sideline, leading the charge. Matt Dobson has the football, and Matt Dobson will go in untouched. 20, 15, 10, 5. Give the Eagles an extra point. 7:29 remaining here in the first quarter. Darius White dove in, got his hand on the football. Bowling Green gave up on that play, and Matt Dobson knew what to do with it. Down the field he goes, 80-plus yards, make it 9-6 Georgia Southern. That'll take the momentum out of the sails if you're Bowling Green.
That's a put an Eagle 2 on it? Nah, you didn't like that, did you?
What a run by Matt Dobson. And once he got to about the 40-yard line of his own, and he had a convoy moving down the field.
We've seen Dobson do that before. Remember that last year with that kickoff or the interception for a touchdown.
So 9-6 our score. Bowling Green with a touchdown pass. The point after blocked, and Matt Dobson takes it all the way to the house for 2 more points. 7:29 remaining. First quarter, Eagles lead 9-6 over Bowling Green here at the GoDaddy Bowl in Mobile. We'll take a timeout. We'll return. You're listening to Eagle Football on the Georgia Southern Sports Network from Learfield Sports. Fans, the Dream Team at Colonial House of Flowers, handpicked to share their unique talents, dedicated, loyal, and incredibly creative to help fulfill the customer's needs. They enthusiastically deliver to Statesboro and the world, always with a kind smile. Colonial House of Flowers, official florist to Georgia Southern Athletics. 7:29 remaining first quarter. Already a little bit of action here. 9-6 Georgia Southern leading over Bowling Green. The Eagles, after stopping the Falcons on their opening drive, marched down the field. L.A. Ramsby would go in from 1 yard out, give the Eagles a 7-0 lead. The Falcons would come back, and on a busted play, were able to find Roger Lewis for a huge score. And then on the point after attempt, the kick from Tyler Tate was blocked by Darius White. Matt Dobson would scoop it up and ramble down the far sideline, get the Eagles 2 more to make it 9-6. But more importantly, Danny Reed, Eagles gave up the score. They're able to take some of the momentum back, but let's get an update on the Optum Orthopedic Eagle injury update. Kevin Ellison was not in that final play on that touchdown run. What's the status on Ellison?
Yeah, the run that got him down to the 1 yard line. He took a helmet to the wrist and forearm. Brandy Klaus taped it up. He put his helmet back on. He looks like he's going to be just fine.
Good news there if you're Georgia Southern. Nick Fields now will tee this football up at the 35 and kick it back to Georgia Southern. Derek Keaton back deep for the Eagles. Trying to pick up where they left off offensively with their momentum. Here's the kick. High kick and short. Going to be fielded around the 23-yard line. It'll be Patrick Flo with it. Up across the 35, makes his way to about the 39-yard line. So field position in the favor of Georgia Southern. As Patrick Flo takes that high but short kick. And now the Eagles take over first down and 10. As they'll mark it right at the 39, possibly the 38.
Having to wipe the ball off because a heavy downpour of rain came, but then let right back up as we continue to watch the radar. Just spots of it over Mobile right now. Still very windy, though.
7:23 to play here in the first quarter. It's Allison, as Danny told you, got taped up. Appears his wrist is okay. He'll give it a go here. Matt Breida will be in the offensive backfield. First down and 10 at the 38-yard line of Georgia Southern. Here's the snap. Give it to Breida. Breida looking for a hole. Goes right at the middle on the dive across the 40. Stopped at about the 42-yard line as the Falcons come crashing down, but not before. Great momentum up front offensively. Shannon Smith credited with the tackle, but they all took the brunt of a push from that offensive line of Georgia Southern. Second down. Looking at about 7 yards, a little more than 6 here. The ball at the 42-yard line of their very own. One receiver to each side. 3 offensive backs as Ellison takes the snap. He'll keep it. Ellison making his way to about the 44-yard line. Bowling Green doing a good job. They looked a little puzzled there, Terry, after that formation.
Yeah, it was a different formation. Wesley Fields back there with L.A. and B.J. Johnson back there like a triangle behind Ellison. It looked like he had it open initially, but the Falcons closed quickly, and Ellison only able to maybe pick up a yard or two.
Taylor Royster was there to make the stop. They'll say third down and 5. Eagles working from the 44-yard line of their very own. Snap to Ellison, counter option far side. Ellison decides to keep, gets hung up by a defender, makes his way to about the 47-yard line. Pickup of 3. We'll set up fourth down and 2 here. Again, approaching midfield. We'll see what Dale McGee decides to offer up. He's taking his time here. Now eventually the punt unit will come on.
Yeah, you got the wind at your back. Here's an opportunity to pin Bowling Green back a little bit. And now you're Ryan Nowicki. You got to get a good punt off here, but you don't want too much leg because you don't want it to go to the end zone and come right back to the 20. It's a great chance here to pin him inside the 10 as Bowling Green brings in a player a little bit late.
Clint Stevens back deep to receive the punt. He'll stand around the 11-yard line. Nowicki lets it go high into the air. Fair catch called for, and they'll haul it in at about the 3-yard line. Miscue on special teams. Clint Stevens saw that ball off the foot of Ryan Nowicki go high into the air. He immediately called for the fair catch. I'm not sure he realized how deep he was. Had he let that hit, chances are, unless he has Terry Harvin's 9-iron, that one's going in the end zone.
I have very poor decision by them, and glad they did. Well, it was effective. We said we needed them pinned deep, and they certainly are. Now the ball looks like it's going to be around the 4-yard line. Again, though, with these receivers, we got to be really careful.
5:20 remaining first quarter action. 9-6. Georgia Southern leads Bowling Green in the GoDaddy Bowl from Mobile, Alabama. We'll take a timeout, return in just a moment. This is Eagle football on the Georgia Southern Sports Network from Learfield Sports. Fans, come join the team at Southern Family Dental Group, the official dental sponsor for Georgia Southern Athletics. Dr. Jared Walden, Dr. Ben Massey, their entire staff welcome you to their practice. You can catch the Eagles Say Cheese Smile Cam at Paulson Stadium during Georgia Southern home games and call them for your appointment today. They're sure to give your entire family something to smile about at Southern Family Dental Group. 5:20 remaining here in Mobile. 9-6, Georgia Southern leading over Bowling Green. Terry, a missed opportunity there. Looked like the Eagles were able to build some momentum. The drive stalls again near midfield. They punted away. Great punt by Ryan Nowicki. Little miscue by Clint Stevens, the punt returner for Bowling Green. It sets them up first down and 10 at their own 4-yard line. But you said it before we went to break. With this receiving core and Matt Johnson, the quarterback, you can't fall asleep at the wheel.
You can't. Well, I was hoping we'd be able to drive down, eat up the clock, put another point, and separate by 2 scores. We gave up a trash touchdown the last series to them with a breakdown. We didn't stay with the receiver. Might have been an offensive lineman downfield. Whatever it was, they scored. We need to really stop them here.
First down and 10. 4 down linemen for the Eagles as Johnson play action. Looking to his left, fires this one and runs out of room. Threw that one wide to the far side. The only play could be made about 2 yards out of bounds. It's incomplete, sets up second down 10 at the 4-yard line.
Well, he threw it over there because he was trying to throw it where only his receiver would have a chance, because in that situation, if you're going to throw across the field, you certainly don't want to pick six. Don't make it easy on him. That's why that pass was thrown the way it was.
Second down 10 at the 4-yard line. Johnson shouting instructions to the offensive line. He's got Travis Green, the single back. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right side. Give to Green. Green gets to the 5, stood up there, thrown back. Forward progress will give him the 5-yard line. They'll say just shy of the 6, but will set up third down and about 9 upcoming here for Bowling Green as we hit 5 minutes remaining here in the first quarter.
Again, look at that slant pattern over here. We saw it before. Locked up there with Darius White.
Third down and 8 as Johnson will take the shotgun snap from about the 1-yard line of his very own.
You see Dobson's in position for that slant, and he's just audible out of it, trying to get him over.
So now they'll move Green, the running back, to the left side of Johnson. Here's the snap on 3rd and 8 in the end zone. Johnson in trouble, now backpedals. Johnson looking to find some daylight, finds a receiver up and around the 14-yard line. Breaking a tackle at the 17, but eventually brought down at about the 17-yard line. Matt Dobson made the tackle on Robbie Moore, but again, these receivers all over the field, and Matt Johnson, the quarterback, able to buy enough time to find a man open and picks up the first down for Bowling Green. They go to work quickly. Johnson throws this one far side, nowhere close, incomplete at about the 22-yard line. It was first down and 10 at the 18.
Again, giving up on the receiver, letting the receiver go. The quarterback, Johnson, is able to find him as soon as he released. Got to stick with him. We had him pinned in the end zone.
Johnson stands 6 feet tall, 219 pounds. He looks a little bigger. Looks like more poised than just 6 feet. They'll hand it off to Green. Green trying to get his way to the 20-yard line. Gain of 2 as the rain again unleashes here in Mobile. Absolute torrential rain at this moment.
It's a curtain. This helps us with their passing attack. Big third down for Bowling Green. Need to stop here.
Third down and 8 as they mark the football for the Falcons at the 20-yard line. Johnson in the pocket. Pressure comes. Now he'll unload this one. Far sideline. Everybody tied up and incomplete at the 46-yard line. They were looking for Dieter. Caleb Williams was all over him down the far sideline.
Caleb basically face guarding him all the way down. Doesn't turn to the ball. Had he turned to the ball, he would have had an interception there. But his left hand stayed out. As we get a chance to watch the replay, we're getting a little more pressure on the quarterback on Johnson. He's not a big kid, so he lofts it up. And Caleb is literally watching the receiver there and able to stick his hands out.
Again, a chance for the Eagles to change field positions here after a great punt by Ryan Nowicki. The Falcons will punt it away. Joseph Davidson stands around the 6-yard line. He'll rugby style this one. Keaton back deep for the Eagles will field it at about the 43-yard line. Goes left, back to his right now. Gets ahead of steam, and he's up the middle of the field. Makes his way inside the 45 and then slammed down at around the 43-yard line. But great starting field position for Georgia Southern with 3:22 remaining in the first quarter, and the Eagles up 9-6.
And again, a curtain of rain coming down with wind. The wind is at our back. 3:22 to go in this quarter. We switch field position. The wind's going to be on our face, so we really need to get down there and score before the end of this quarter.
Danny Reed down on the sideline. Danny, you talked about it may not be a factor for both teams or an advantage for either team, but this kind of rain, this kind of wind has to be in the favor of the Eagles.
Yeah, this is Georgia Southern weather right here. I can't wait to see what the offense does. If Bowling Green keeps not accounting for the quarterback, it's going to be Upshaw this drive. Could be a big night for both he and Ellison.
Upshaw will be in first down and 10 at the 43-yard line. Faking the option, in trouble. Now moving to his right, trying to buy time. Pressure coming. Still running far sideline, and we'll let this one go. And incomplete down around the 27-yard line of Bowling Green. He was looking for Keegan Williams, but good job. They were able to stay at home on the weak side, Terry, when they faked the option for him to step back. They had pressure and forced him out of his rhythm.
And then he turned into flag football, rolling all out. Looked like Fran Tarkenton back there trying to find something. threw the ball trying to get it out of bounds, but almost left it in play. Is Ellison Upshaw still out there with Breida?
Second down, 10 at the 42-yard line of Bowling Green. 3:11 to go first quarter, and the Eagles up 9-6 here at the GoDaddy Bowl. Upshaw calling for the pistol snap. He'll get it. Give it to Breida, who bobbled the football somehow, holds on, makes his way to about the 41-yard line, only a gain of a yard before Terrence Bush, the junior out of South Bend, Indiana, came up to make the tackle. But the good news is the football was still in the hands of Matt Breida.
I hate it. We give it up. We need to convert this third down as L.A. comes in the ball game. The corner over there certainly saw a tendency for Georgia Southern as he starts yelling at his team, Alonzo Mack, about making a shift, something he saw that we must be giving them.
3rd down and 9 as they mark it from the 41-yard line. So 3rd and 9 for the Eagle offense here as Upshaw takes the snap. Looking downfield, pressure coming from the right side. He'll backpedal, now moving to the far sideline. Will sling this one in the air and out of bounds. Incomplete. Sets up 4th down and 9, and Bowling Green clamping down defensively forces yet another punt with great field position. The Eagles have nothing to show for it.
4 and out. Not a good series for Georgia Southern there. A lot of pressure on Upshaw as he was trying to pass. Defensively, Bowling Green has to be very, very happy with those last 2 possessions. Again on Nowicki, kick it up high. You're standing on your own 45. Give your team a chance to down them.
Rain subsided slightly as Nowicki takes the snap, lets it go from about midfield, high into the air. This time Stevens will let it take a bounce inside the 5 and into the end zone. Eagles trying to keep it in play.
Ooh.
They may have gotten it. Ooh. Initial response is, nope, they'll say touchback.
Yeah.
Looked like it got way back into the paint of the end zone. They tried to throw it back, tap it back, but not able to do so. It'll be 1st down and 10 at the 20-yard line with 2:15 to go.
Bowling Green.
So we only got a net 21 yards basically on that punt. They'll spot at the 20. I think he was trying to argue that he batted it back, but I don't think you can be in the end zone while you're batting it, basically.
Fans, remember Walker Pharmacy, free in-town delivery, online refill options, even text alerts letting you know when your prescription is ready. It's your town, your pharmacy, and your choice. Walker Pharmacy. 3 locations to serve you as the official pharmacy of Georgia Southern Athletics.
Touchback spot, 5 yards, 1st down.
What? Offsides, legal procedure called on the kicking team, and they're marking it off. Okay.
So a penalty there after the Eagles punted it away. Still 2:15 remaining. Hard to believe. First quarter action. 9-6 Georgia Southern with a lead. Able to get a 1-yard touchdown from L.A. Ramsby, and then after the Falcons made it a 7-6 football game on a pass to Roger Lewis. The point after was blocked and picked up by Matt Dobson, who rambled down the far sideline to add 2 more points, and that's where we are here in the GoDaddy Bowl in Mobile.
Second penalty called against Georgia Southern, both offsides.
So Matt Johnson back in the shotgun. Pump fakes near side. Now lets it fly. Has a man open on a double move. It's caught inside, up across the 40. The 45, they'll say he's out of bounds at the 49-yard line. Teo Redding. Nice move, and defender bit, and an easy throw that time for Matt Johnson. So quickly, just like that, it's 1st down and 10 at the Bowling Green 49-yard line with 2 minutes to go in the first quarter.
We're back to a 4-man front, trying to put some pressure on the quarterback here.
They'll stack receivers, 2 to the left, 2 to the right. They'll keep it on the ground. It'll be Fred Coppett. Coppett right up the middle. Into Eagle territory. Stood up at around the 47-yard line. A gain of 4. Be 2nd down and 6 upcoming here for Bowling Green with 1:32 to go in the first quarter. They'll line it up, ready to move. Eagles try to offer up a defense here. Keep the Falcons from being able to just keep their foot on the pedal. Johnson taking his time, the play clock dwindling down. 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Play action, tight pocket, throw far side, and catch is hauled on to at the 31 of Georgia Southern. Garrick Dieter hit him in the hands, bobbled it momentarily, but had enough time to get back on it. It'll be a 1st down for Bowling Green now at the Eagle 32-yard line. Snap to Johnson. Keep it on the ground. It'll be Coppett again up the middle. Trying to get to the 30-yard line. May have gotten the nose of the football there. Only about a 2-yard gain. Under a minute to play here in the first quarter. But Bowling Green keeping the pressure offensively as Johnson goes one-on-one coverage and nearly overthrown and nearly intercepted in the right corner of the end zone. Darius White had the best lead on that football. It was overthrown by Johnson.
And Darius hits hard the fence in the back, head first in the fence. Immediately he's taking his helmet off. The good thing is he is still moving, but he did take a hard shot into that barrier in the back that's very close behind the goalpost as he leapt for the ball.
So they can immediately get out, take a look at him. And again, as Terry said, the good news is we can see him moving. Hopefully maybe just knocked him silly for a moment. We'll wait and see as the training crew coming over for both Georgia Southern and Bowling Green. It was on the near side, the corner of the end zone. Johnson again was throwing downfield, overthrew the pass, and White had the best angle on it. Still couldn't catch up to the football, but then took a hard hit head first into the fence.
Might be his lower back. He's able to lift his head. They're rolling him over now. Precautionary again. He lifted his head. We did see that, but he did slide in there. It's not as close as arena football, but not too far from it.
So he's up on his own power after having his bell rung, and now will trot to the far side. So a great sign there for the Eagles and for Darius White. Great to see him running off.
3rd and 8 with 44 seconds to go in this quarter into the win. Now Bowling Green knows they're going to have a field goal opportunity if they do not convert here on 3rd down. Be interesting to see what their play is here. And now you may go pick on that corner because you know you got a new corner into the ball game for him. Is I believe Darius Jones is going to go over there where Darius White normally is.
So it will be 3rd down and 8. Ball at the Eagle 30-yard line with 44 seconds to go in the first quarter, and the Eagles leading 9-6. Snap to Johnson. Fakes on the swing pass, now throws it to the near side. And we've got an incomplete pass and then a hit that's going to be ruled vicious, and a flag comes out on Tay Hicklin.
Yeah, he's bobbling the ball, and Tay Hicklin decides to give him a little pop. The question is here, hopefully he did not pop him high. His helmet came flying off immediately, and no,
I don't see that.
He hit him with his shoulder.
I don't see that.
I see maybe a defenseless player. But
the way I look at it is he had the football in his hands, couldn't hold on, and Tay Hicklin hit him in the shoulder.
Yeah.
It looked worse than it actually was in live play.
So we watched the replay on this one. If they do call it a hit to the head, it will be reviewed. And that's just
Personal foul. Unnecessary roughness. Number 14. Defense. 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. Automatic. First down.
That's a little jump in the gun there. Obviously, I know the refs do not have the luxury that we have of replay, so we'll give them that. We all initially thought it was a...
No, it looked very vicious at the beginning. Of course, no malintent, but when he had the football in his hands and then was hit afterwards, and again, not having head-to-head, I did not see that as being a unnecessary roughness, but as it stands, it'll be 1st down and 10. They'll mark the football at the Eagle 15-yard line.
Not when he was still bobbling the ball. So fair hit.
That's what Tay Hicklin's arguing now. He's trying to lobby his case that...
Let's just keep him from scoring, Tay.
1st down, 10 at the 15. Run it wide near side, getting loose inside the 5 is Robbie Moore, and he's into the end zone, and Bowling Green takes the lead 12-9 with 33 seconds remaining here in the first quarter.
An end around. We were in position. And the one that had his bell rung with the helmet, wait a minute. Number 5, right? Yep.
So make it 12-9 with 33 seconds.
Robbie Moore.
All the penalties so far tonight have been called on Georgia Southern, and that last one very costly. On 3rd and 8, ended up being 1st down and 10 at the 15, and on the next play they go in for the score on the end around. Here's the point after, up by Tyler Tate. This time he gets it through, and it's 13-9. Bowling Green with their first lead of the night. 33 seconds remaining. First quarter action here at the GoDaddy Bowl in Mobile, Alabama. Eagles have the football when we return. You're listening to Eagle Football on the Georgia Southern Sports Network from Learfield Sports. the GoDaddy Bowl. 13-9, Bowling Green leading over Georgia Southern. Ensuing kickoff, Falcons kick it back to the Eagles. Derek Keaton picks it up on the hop around the 6-yard line, comes up the near sideline. Trying to make his way to the 20. They'll say he stepped out around the 17-yard line. That's where Georgia Southern takes over with 29 seconds remaining. Here in the first quarter of action, 13-9 our score. And fans, from tailgate to touchdown, show your true blue spirit with Georgia Southern athletic apparel from the University Store, the official retail partner of your Georgia Southern Eagles. Shop in store during the game or just go online anytime at gsustore.com.
Not good field position for the Eagles with just 29 seconds to go in this quarter. The wind at their back. Ellison back in at quarterback with Breida.
B.J. Johnson in the slot to the far side. They'll have two receivers to the right, one receiver to the left side. Now they'll motion Johnson just behind the line of scrimmage at the snap. Ellison to keep. Now stutter steps. Bowling Green has him covered up, and they'll drop him at around the 14-yard line. Big loss on the play of 3. Terrence Bush. No one got a hat on him. He made his way straight to Kevin Ellison.
Defensive adjustments by Bowling Green has shut down the Georgia Southern offense over these last two series as this quarter is going to come to an end.
So the Eagles will switch sides of the field. They'll have the wind to contend with now as the first quarter comes to an end. 13-9, Bowling Green leads over Georgia Southern here at the GoDaddy Bowl. Our live coverage continues from Mobile in just a moment. You're listening to Eagle Football on the Georgia Southern Sports Network from Learfield Sports. At ServPro of Statesboro, no job is too big, no question too small. Their team of specialists are faster to any size disaster. That's ServPro of Statesboro, helping make fire and water damage like it never happened. Proud supporter of Georgia Southern football. Start of the second quarter here in Mobile, Alabama. Ladd-Peebles Stadium, the 2015 GoDaddy Bowl. 15 minutes up on the board. Bowling Green taking the lead in the waning moments of that first quarter, 13-9 after a very costly penalty. Unnecessary roughness set up the Falcons first down and 10 at the Eagle 15-yard line. They go with the end around, and Robbie Ross is able to get in for the score. And Terry, you look at some missed opportunities, especially in that first quarter. Great field position for Georgia Southern, unable to make any hay with it.
Yeah, I think back on a few key plays. One, we had the quarterback hemmed up. We gave up on the receiver, left him out there, and gave him an exit. Touchdown by Bowling Green. Had him pinned in the end zone. Gave up on the receiver. Big-time play. That was number 2. I see another one right there with the officiating call again. Very quick rush to judgment by the refs. And a good talking point here, if his helmet does not come off, I'm not so sure that flag comes out. Helmet is dislodged. The flag immediately comes out of their pocket, so they're so quick to call that because of everybody's fear about getting hat to hat. Unfortunately, it's not a reviewable play because you go back and look at the replay, there was nothing bad about it. It was a good shoulder hit. He was bobbling the ball, so it's fair game to tag him. And the helmet was dislodged, but it wasn't helmet to helmet. But that, again, that's not a call that can be overturned. Eagles did not adapt afterwards and respond very well. And our missed opportunities on offense the last 3 series now gave them the opportunity to go up 13-9.
Eagles will switch sides of the field. And Danny, you're down there on the sideline. There was a lot of momentum, a lot of energy in the opening moments of that first quarter for Georgia Southern. Seems like things have died down a little bit. They're waiting for something to happen again offensively.
That was called on the Georgia Southern defense certainly does hurt, but the Eagles simply just have to go back and start running the football again. They did so well with that in the early going. The drive where they were set up close to midfield after the Keaton punt return. 2 passes out of 3 plays. That's not Georgia Southern football. The Eagles need to reestablish the running game, even though Bowling Green started to get a beat on moving an extra backer up to key on the quarterback. So the Eagles are going to have to find a way to counter that.
Second down and 13. The ball placed at the 14-yard line of Georgia Southern. Kevin Ellison will come back in at quarterback. He was banged up earlier trying to go for a touchdown in the first possession for the Eagles. They were able to wrap up his wrist. Looks good to go, but as Danny said, they've made some adjustments, Bowling Green that is, on keying on the quarterback. Kevin Ellison had a field day in the first possession, running up and down the field, setting up that score. So we'll see what the Eagles can offer up here. Second down, 13 at the 14-yard line as the second quarter begins here in Mobile. They'll go with the stacked pistol eye. Ellison with Wesley Fields and Matt Breida. Give to Fields, and Fields up the middle, huge hole, and able to lunge forward to about the 24-yard line. Great carry by Wesley Fields, but more importantly, the seas parted that time on the offensive line. James Sanford coming up, outside linebacker, making the tackle for Bowling Green.
I think they were expecting the option. The left side wide open for Fields. Now manageable 3rd and 3. Ball on the 25-yard line. This is a crucial 3rd down. Don't need to give it back to Bowling Green.
1 of 3 on the night on 3rd down for Georgia Southern. Very critical 3rd down here. They'll give to Wesley Fields. Goes right, cuts back left, trying to make his way beyond the 21-yard line. Matt Breida actually with the carry. Terrence Bush got to him first. He'll be shy of that 1st down. It could be another punting opportunity here. It will be 4th and maybe 1.5 yards as Dale McGee looking at that, waiting on the spot over on that far sideline.
27-yard line, Chris. The far side official gave us the 1st down. The near side official said not. They ended up spotting it at the 27, which gives us the 1st down.
So Matt Breida, second effort, moving the pile, able to get the Franklin 1st down to keep the drive alive. A huge play here in the opening moments of the 2nd quarter. So 1st down and 10 at the 27-yard line of the Eagles. Split backfield. L.A. Ramsby, Wesley Fields, Monte Crockett in motion, and at the snap, flags come from everywhere.
I was saying let's get this play off so they don't review whether or not he got the 1st down. And but we don't need to pick up our 4th penalty.
Number 58, offense, 5-yard penalty, still 1st down.
It's our 3rd false start penalty and our 4th on the day, the other one being a personal foul.
Jeremiah Colbert, the guilty party out there on the left side of that offensive line. So now we'll set it back 1st down and 15 at the 22-yard line of Georgia Southern. They'll change the formation. Single back, Wesley Fields to the right side of Kevin Ellison. Ellison, late pitch coming to Fields, far side, running out of room up across the 25. They'll say he made his way just shy of the 30-yard line. Pretty good spot if you're Georgia Southern. It's Alfonso Mack able to make the tackle for Bowling Green.
Yeah, he picked up 7 yards on it, going to put it at 30. L.A. Ramsby staying into the ball game.
So now 2nd down and 8 upcoming. Ball placed at the 30-yard line of Georgia Southern. Ellison wants the snap. L.A. Ramsby and Miles Campbell in the backfield at the snap. They'll give it to L.A., and he'll barrel his way across the 35-yard line. That'll make it a little more manageable here on 3rd down.
3rd and 2.
So under 13 minutes to go, 1st quarter, looking at 3rd down and 2. Last time out, the Eagles able to convert on 3rd and 3 on a run by Matt Breida. And right now just trying to...
They're putting everybody in the phone booth.
Everybody's in the phone booth. Here's the snap. Ellison pulls on the mesh, and there is nothing but Falcons waiting for him behind the line of scrimmage. He's stopped at the 34-yard line. A loss of a yard. Taylor Royster led the tackle for the Falcons. And now it will be 4th and a little more than 2, and on comes the punt unit for Georgia Southern with 12:22 to go here in the 2nd quarter.
And punting into the wind, so Bowling Green will get good field position here.
Clint Stevens will be back deep for the Falcons, standing inside his own 30-yard line. Ryan Nowicki, as Terry mentioned, now will punt for the first time tonight with a wind in his face. He'll rugby style this one. Line drive kick, going to be fielded on the fly at about the 27-yard line, breaking an arm tackle, and now up the near side, 45, and finally brought down. Clint Stevens makes his way to midfield. So the rugby style punt lands right in the breadbasket of Stevens. Missed a few tackles. They'll have great field position near midfield with 11:50 to go here in the 2nd quarter. 13-9, Bowling Green leads over Georgia Southern here in the 2015 GoDaddy Bowl. We'll return in just a moment. You're listening to Eagle Football on the Georgia Southern Sports Network from Learfield Sports. From renowned guest speakers and televised football games to the arts, there's something for everyone at Georgia Southern University. Stay connected by following them on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and others. For a full list of Georgia Southern's social media sites, visit georgiasouthern.edu/social. 11:50 to go, 2nd quarter action in Mobile. 13-9, Georgia Southern trailing Bowling Green here at the GoDaddy Bowl, and the Falcons once again the beneficiary of great field position. They'll start at the 49-yard line of their very own. And Terry, you look at the first quarter, Georgia Southern 84 yards of total offense. They look very good in the opening drive. Going down the field, Ellie Ramsby in from 1 yard out. But since then, Bowling Green really dialing up the defense and keeping Georgia Southern in check.
They do. They made the adjustments, focused on looking at what the Mountaineers did and what Georgia State was able to do, penetration in the backfield. And the penetration can be also with that whole offensive line. We saw that happen on the previous series where the whole offensive line was pulling, but they had to go so far back that caused Kevin Ellison to get out of where he was trying to go. I mean, he had to push him back further, and the pressure was on him. Coach McGee was lobbying for a block in the back on that punt return. Might have been correct, but it's not something they're going to go back for after the fact. So now we need this defense to step up here as Bowling Green's going towards or with the wind at their back, leading 13-9 with 11:50 to go in the first half of the ball in the 49.
Matt Johnson has been impressive. Quarterback from Bowling Green, the redshirt senior out of Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. He's had pressure, but he's been able to buy his time, extend the play, and find a receiver. Play action, and Johnson going for the home run pass. Catch made at the 20-yard line. Dieter gets free, and just like that, Bowling Green, one play. They extend the lead 19-9.
51 yards. Just a simple play action pass. Receiver down the sideline, and that pass has to be perfectly delivered. And he hits him right on stride. My, oh my, how things can turn momentum-wise on a few things, but you cannot let those things take you out of the ball game.
Tyler Tate on to try and add one more. Quick possession to the 49-yard line on the punt return, and then one play for 51 yards as Tate's point after is on its way, and it's good. 20-9, Bowling Green now all over Georgia Southern here at the GoDaddy Bowl. And you're looking something offensively, looking for some spark offensively. And Georgia Southern needs it desperately here with a lifetime left, Harry, in this second quarter.
Yeah, they isolate the corner over there, and Darius White, he's man on man. Glover can't get over in time. The play action draws in the safety of Glover. Therefore, he can't get back, and Johnson makes the bow and arrow move and to drive it home to point. Good pass by Johnson.
So the Eagles, who have had a short field to play with multiple times here in this first half, will try to get something going here on this return. But it comes down to getting a shot in the arm offensively as Tyler Tate will tee it up at the 35-yard line. Kicking this right to left on your dial.
Georgia Southern needing to respond big here, or this game could get out of hand.
Ball came off the tee, so Tate sets it back up. Derek Keaton will be back deep for the Eagles. Tate with the approach. Line drive kick, gets a foot into this one. It's out of the back of the end zone. First down at 10 at the 25 on the touchback. That's where the Eagles start over. Down 20-9. Eagle fans, we know you love the Eagles, and you could consider buying or redoing an Eagle Wildlife Plate, just $25 more. And it helps provide vital support for conserving rare wildlife across the state of Georgia. For more details, go to GeorgiaWildlife.com.
Ellison back out to lead this offense, trying to figure something out back there.
Matt Breida has certainly been held in check so far tonight. A couple of decent runs on the dive, but not much doing to get him out in space. Here's the first down and 10 at the 25. They'll give it to Breida. Breida again right across the middle, trying to get to the 27-yard line. A pickup of 2. It'll be second down and 8.
They brought up the linebacker, brought him on the corner, so they effectively had 5 on the front. Linebackers up quickly.
Denard Turner there on the stop for the Falcons. Eagles break from the huddle. Second down, 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll stack the pistol eye. Ellison to keep it. Late pitch coming to Breida, far side. 35-40. Breaks a tackle across midfield. Far sideline eventually slung out of bounds, but not before making it inside the Bowling Green 40-yard line to the 37. Franklin first down for the Georgia Southern Eagles. Eiler Hardy on the tackle for Bowling Green, but good to see Matt Breida get out and stretch those legs.
Good that play call for Breida to be in that position. They're saying he stepped out of bounds. The safety came on the backside, taking him low.
So field position changes quickly. It'll be first down and 10 now at the Bowling Green 37-yard line. And a very, very important possession here if you're Georgia Southern, down 20-9. You want to be efficient offensively. As Danny said earlier, stick with your base, be able to run the football. It will all start at the point of attack at the offensive line. Here's the snap on first down and 10. Give it to Ramsby. Ramsby able to roll his way inside the 35 down to the 34-yard line. Gain of 3. Trenton Green was there to trip him up.
Breida, Ramsby and Fields in the ball game together.
2nd and 7. Marking at the 34-yard line of Bowling Green. Kevin Ellison stepping into the pistol. He'll have Wesley Fields, L.A. Ramsby, and Miles Campbell. As Ellison keeps it on the left side, trying to make it to the 30. He's going to be stopped shy at about the 31-yard line, a gain of 3. That'll set up third down and 4. Austin Valdez, the redshirt sophomore middle linebacker, was there to get a hand on Kevin Ellison. Now we hit 9 minutes, 33 seconds remaining in the first half, 20-9. Bowling Green leads over Georgia Southern in a very critical third down, short 5 here.
2-down territory, I would think.
For the Eagle offense is Andy Kwan. Ready to snap this football back. Ellison motions Dean across the formation right to left. Long snap count. Ellison looking to the far sideline. Still looking. 4 on the play clock. And now somebody has to burn a timeout. Georgia Southern will do so. Not sure. It looked to be a little bit of a communication problem. It appeared Ellison was ready to take the snap, and then at the last moment began to look back over to that far sideline, and the Eagles eventually having to burn the timeout. So with 9:04 remaining, 20-9, Bowling Green leads over Georgia Southern. Eagles have the football 3rd and 5 at the Falcon 31-yard line when we return to Mobile, Alabama in just a moment. You're listening to Eagle Football on the Georgia Southern Sports Network from Learfield Sports. Fans, the Forum at Statesboro, your home to luxury student living near Georgia Southern. Amenities include indoor basketball courts, sand volleyball, 24-hour fitness center, and much more. Study, live, work, and play. They have it all at the Forum at Statesboro. Proud to be the official sponsor of Georgia Southern Athletics. 9:04 remaining, first half action here in Mobile. A rainy night in Alabama. 20-9, Bowling Green leading over Georgia Southern. The Eagles with a very, very important 3rd down and 5 upcoming from the 31-yard line of Bowling Green. The most life offensively the Eagles have had, Terry, since their first possession way back early in the first quarter.
It is, and we got 2 points off of a block. Extra point, Dobson returns it for 2 points, gives us a 9-6. Since then, it's been Bowling Green all the way. Ellison dialing up some different plays, trying to make the adjustments with the defense as well. Looks like Fields is in with L.A. Ramsby at this point. But I think this is 2-down territory no matter how you sniff it.
So the Eagles having to burn that timeout, it appeared. They were not set, ready to go. They lined up very quickly. And then there seemed to be some communication coming from that far sideline to Kevin Ellison. And they decided to take the timeout to make sure everybody was on the same page. So it will be 3rd, very short 5. 3rd and 4 here. Snap to Ellison. Give it to Ramsby, going left tackle, and he's going to be stopped at about the 29-yard line.
Only pick up a yard. Thought he might have had something there.
There was a big hole initially, but Bowling Green doing a very good job because everybody for the Falcons is in the tackle box. All they need is the second level to be able to wrap up, and so far tonight they've been able to do so even when there is running lanes for the Eagles. It'll be 4th down and a little more than 2. Just beyond the 29-yard line of Bowling Green.
They've walked the safeties up. You got leaving one safety back. The corner's locked up.
Going for it on 4th down. Ellison calling for the snap. puts it in the belly of Ramsby. Ramsby diving for it, may have gotten it at about the 26-yard line. L.A. Ramsby, as he has done his entire career, knew where the first down sticks were, able to get there. Franklin first down for the Eagles. Drive stays alive as they march closer to the clubhouse red zone. So it will be a first down. They'll mark it at the 26-yard line of Bowling Green with 8:19 to go here in the second quarter, down 20-9 to the Falcons.
Little discussion there with the officials spotting the ball like they were arguing amongst themselves. Got just enough for the first.
This time the Eagles will empty the backfield. Now Fields will motion from the receiver into the backfield at the snap. Give to Fields. Fields left side, 20, 15, far side, 10, 5. Put an Eagles 6 on it. Touchdown, Georgia Southern. Wesley Fields in for the score. The freshman out of Americus, Georgia, picking up his 7th rushing touchdown of the season. 26 yards, and it tightens the ball game 20-15 with 7:58 to go here in the first half.
You put everybody on the line like they did. The safety moved over to his left. The play goes to the left. He's out of position. They're walked up, good seal off, and he had nowhere to catch him.
Youngway Koo on for the point after. Ryan Nowicki to hold. Here's the snap, the set. The kick is on its way, and the kick is good. And it's 20-16 with 7:53 remaining here in the first half. We'll take a timeout, return to Mobile, Alabama in just a moment. The GoDaddy Bowl 2015, the Eagles making it a game, 20-16. The Falcons lead. We'll return. It's Eagle football on the Georgia Southern Sports Network from Learfield Sports. $7:53 remains before halftime, 20-16. Bowling Green leading over Georgia Southern after Wesley Fields takes the football in from 26. Freshman tightens the ball game up. Point after is good, 20-16. And Fans Food World has the largest selection of gluten-free items for your tailgate or the holidays. Looking to have a big spread coming up in a couple of days? Food World. Check out any of their 5 locations in the Southeast. Food World, the official grocer of Georgia Southern Athletics. And what a very important drive Georgia Southern and Coach Dale McGee were able to put together, Terry, with Wesley Fields capping it off on the 26-yard touchdown.
It was perfect. Good design call there. They walked a corner up. They had 5 on the line of scrimmage there. Let them up. The defensive end got sealed off. The initial play was going to the everybody in. The lane was open for a cutback, and then you're not going to catch Wesley Fields 26 yards later on 7 plays. The drive started on the 25-yard line, and it pulls the Eagles within 4, and it gives the spark back. We were asking about the motivation or the momentum. How are we going to get it back, and how's this team to respond? I like the way they just responded, and I love Domino's, by the way, and their Domino's Drive Delivery is presented by Domino's, the world leader in pizza delivery and proud sponsor of Georgia Southern Athletics. For you folks back in Statesboro, they're open late, so give them a call. If you're not in Statesboro, you can go to Domino's.com and order your delicious pizza. My favorite's that thin crust, by the way, and they want to deliver one right now. I can take it.
Kobe and Stevens back deep for Bowling Green as we're waiting for the mothership to let us get back to action here. 7:53 to go. Before halftime in Mobile, it's been, as we mentioned, a great crowd of Georgia Southern fans have been arriving here in Mobile over the last 2 to 3 days. And they are here in full force in what has not been the greatest of weather here on the 23rd of December. Here's a kick right down the field, bounces and picked up around the 5-yard line, and with it is Clint Stevens. Wow. And Stevens is going to be leveled after trying to fight for extra yards. Georgia Southern comes in, cleans him up. Miles Campbell on special teams, credited with the tackle right at the 20-yard line.
5'5", 160-pound Miles Campbell just delivered a linebacker blow.
These coaches will tell you Miles Campbell, pound for pound, inch for inch, maybe one of the strongest players on this squad. No surprise he's out there on special teams coverage. It'll be first down and 10 at the 20-yard line for Bowling Green. So after some success and Matt Johnson starting to walk with some swagger out there after building that 20-9 lead, now with 20-16 our score. We'll see what the Falcons have to offer up as Johnson play action. Tight pocket, throws this one far side, well overthrown down around the 40-yard line. Was looking for Roger Lewis. You almost get the sense that Johnson relies heavily, and he throws a very good football, Terry, but he almost senses that if he throws it, his receivers can go get it. That time just a little overthrown.
And he's going to go after Darius Jones, who had to come in the ball game to replace Darius White.
This time they'll put it in on the ground. Fred Coppett going to be dropped in the backfield down around the 18-yard line. Loss of 2. The Eagles smother him up, trying the stretch play, and no one had a hat on the Eagles.
Nardo Govan on the tackle. Good to see Nardo out there.
So now 2nd down, 11. Mark it at about the 19-yard line. 2 wide to the right, 2 to the left side. Johnson with an empty backfield. He'll shout some more instructions. In fact, he's got 3 wide to the left, 2 to the right. On 3rd down and 11. Eagles look like they're coming after Johnson. He has plenty of time to throw, and then coming in, breaking up the pass, Tay Hicklin stepped over the top of Robbie Moore, deflects the pass. It's incomplete. It will be 4th down and 11. Great play, great recovery by Tay Hicklin, who I know feels awful about the penalty that set up one of the Falcon touchdowns. But that time, great timing. Got his left hand in there to flex the pass as Robbie Moore was waiting for it to be delivered.
And the coaches were not very happy next to me pounding. I don't think they liked the position they were in just then, but he made a great play on it. Thankfully, didn't get called for pass interference, so he didn't come in too early. It hit him in the back.
Joseph Davidson will punt it away, standing at the 4-yard line of his own. Derek Keaton at about the 42. This time a booming punt will backpedal Keaton. He'll have to just watch the football go inside the 15, inside the 10. And Bowling Green will down that at the 8-yard line. A booming punt off the leg of Joseph Davidson, who we told you averaged about 46 yards per punt on the season. Had a long of 71.
That might be his longest. Might have beat him.
So the Eagles take over. 6:42 remaining before halftime here. But a great defensive stand now puts the ball back in the hands of Doug Roos and this Georgia Southern offense, who certainly had some momentum. Real quickly on the Optum Orthopedic Eagle injury update, Danny Reed down there on the field. We saw Darius White back in the first quarter go into the barricade here on defending a pass. He tried to stay back in the game, tried to come back in the game, but eventually they put on a brace, and now I think he is headed with EMS to take a look at him. What's the latest?
Yeah, this is a touchy situation. They actually got his shoulder pads and jersey off while he was standing up. They braced him with his neck first. Then they actually put him on the backboard while he was standing up, wanting to exercise extra caution, not wanting to see too much motion with that head and neck area. But they've got him on the backboard, flat on the ground, on the stretcher. He's going to be put on the ambulance here momentarily, and that's a loss for the Georgia Southern defense.
Absolutely, but it was a good sign, as we mentioned, when he went barreling into the barricade, into the end zone. It looked very scary for a moment, and then he was able to get up and on his own power run to the far sideline. But as Danny mentioned and Terry said earlier, deciding on the air of caution, they'll take a look at him, and certainly we can understand that. 6:42 remaining before halftime. Coming up, the Southern halftime report. Russ Brown will step in, take you through the first half stats, update you on what's going on in college football with the Bowls, as well as take you through highlights and much more on the Southern halftime report presented by the Georgia Lottery. Remember, today could be the day. 73-yard punt off the foot of Davidson for Bowling Green sets the Eagles back at their own 8-yard line, 1st down and 10. And again, that could be his longest. He had a 71-yard punt earlier this year, but not only did he get a great hop, Terry, and you can appreciate this being a punter, he boomed that punt off his foot.
Oh, yeah, he got it up high in this wind and really carried it, so he got the leg behind into it. The wind helped him, and he got a good roll. Beautiful punt, and it changes the field position drastically. That was a big-time play for Bowling Green.
Again, the rain has come and gone. Comes back again. Heavy at times. Flood warnings, tornado warnings earlier today. In fact, I think the team was actually called and moved down to the bottom floor of the hotel early this morning.
Yeah, we missed that call.
We were not on the call list?
Nah, for some reason we weren't on the call list. Not that I think anybody would have answered the phone anyway. Very important here for the Eagles. Ball's going to be spot on the 8-yard line. You got 6:42 until half. I wouldn't mind one of our classic 6-minute drives right now. Actually, I don't want to give them 42 seconds. 6 minutes and 42-second drive.
So they're ready to get started here. First down and 10 at the Eagles' own 8-yard line. Andy Kwan ready to snap this football back, puts his nose over the football and gets it back to Kevin Ellison. Ellison will give it to Breida. Breida went up the middle, now trying to cut to his right. But again, quick speed defensively for the Falcons, able to bring him down at about the 9-yard line, only a gain of a yard. James Sanford was there to make the tackle, the redshirt junior out of Xenia, Ohio.
This is a defense for Bowling Green that gives up almost 409 yards per game. That includes 162 on the ground.
Second down and 9. Ellison again, the empty backfield looking for the run. Ellison's going to be punished as he tried to find something left tackle with nobody there but brown jerseys. He stopped at about the 11-yard line, a gain of 2. It will be third down and 7. Dangerous territory here inside your own 15.
And nobody fooled by that play as well. You certainly don't want to give it back to Bowling Green after having a great defensive stand, an opportunity to go ahead of them right here.
Taylor Royster was there to make the tackle. Now the Eagles looking at third down and a long 6. Looking to get the football to the 18-yard line. Just beyond the 17, rather, is the snap back to Ellison. Design, quarterback draw. Ellison looking for daylight. Ellison able to make his way up near the 20, and he should have enough for the Franklin first down. That was all effort by Kevin Ellison. He had a huge hole initially, then Bowling Green starts to converge. He made a couple of cuts, a couple of moves, and needed to get beyond the 18, able to do so, and the Eagles keep the drive alive. Another Franklin first down for Georgia Southern.
Denard Turner had a shot at him, the kid out of Miami, and didn't wrap up. Of course, Ellison made him look a little silly on that, but was able to pick up the first down.
First down and 10, now at the 19-yard line. Matt Breida will be the single back. They'll send 2 receivers to the left side. Johnson in the slot to the left side. Bowling Green, 5-man front is Ellison. Going to his left. Flag is out as he makes his way to the 25. The flag down at about the 17-yard line. Terrence Bush making the tackle for the Falcons. And something tells me this will be yet another penalty against Georgia Southern.
He pointed towards Bowling Green, so maybe it'll go against them for a change.
Offsides, number 26, defense. 5-yard penalty from the previous spot. Still first down.
That's Alfonso Mack. He's been walking up to the line of scrimmage, the weak side. Just got a little too happy there.
So the first penalty of the night against the Falcons. So they'll put 1st and 5 at the 24-yard line with 4:42 remaining before halftime. Eagles down 20-16 to Bowling Green after taking the early lead, 7-0. Bowling Green would answer to make it 7-6, and on a block point after, Matt Dobson able to get 2 more points on the scoop and score. Ellison pitching near side. Breida 30, trying to get up near the 33-yard line. They'll say he stepped out of bounds at the 32. But a nice quick action play to the near side. Trenton Green made the tackle for Bowling Green. But it will be a Franklin first down for Georgia Southern as they'll move the chains with 4:18 clock moving, second quarter.
A little extra push there at the end. I thought we might actually get one there, but it was a good no call.
Matt Breida checking out. Ellison will go to an empty backfield now. Motion Fields out of the slot. Ellison going to keep it running downhill to the near side. Pulled from behind. Horse collar, and a flag comes out everywhere.
3 of them.
That was an easy call.
Yeah, they all ganged up on that one. I think everybody wanted to have credit for calling that. And Ellison's a little gimpy.
Looks like Trenton Green may be the guilty party.
Personal foul. Horse collar tackle. Number 20, defense. 15-yard penalty added to the end of the run. Automatic. First down.
So now Bowling Green, after the Eagles came out, picked up the first 5 penalties of the game. Bowling Green with back-to-back penalties here. That one the most costly. On the personal foul, horse collar, first down and 10, move the football up near midfield. They'll place it at the 50-yard line. Still 3:47 clock moving, second quarter here, but a great opportunity for the Eagles now playing with half the field. 2 timeouts in their pocket. Down 20-16 to Bowling Green. Ellison wants the snap on first down and 10. He'll get it. Give it to Ramsby. Going to his right, then back to his left, and again, Bowling Green all over it. Dropping back at about the 46-yard line, a loss of 4. Ellison Valdez was there to make this tackle.
Not a good read by Ellison on that play. I mean, they had 8 in the box, walked up the safety to basically make it 9, and nowhere to go. He should have kept that one and pulled it on the outside of the left. Easy for me to say this high up in the air, I know.
They say 2nd down and 13. The ball at the 47-yard line. Ellison sprint out near side looking to throw, and this one way over the top of Monte Crockett at the 49-yard line, right at the first down, right near the first down original line of scrimmage, but nowhere close to being able to pull that in. And now it's 3rd and 13. You can ill afford to have this drive stall out.
Yeah, he was wide open too. Then Crockett took a shot in the back afterwards, and they went face mask to face mask. L.A. Ramsby checking into the ball game.
So 3rd and 13. 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Ellison waiting on the pistol snap. Quan delivers. Stands in the pocket, has time, fires this across the middle, and catch is made at the 39-yard line of Bowling Green. B.J. Johnson holds on. He's slow to get up after taking a shot across the middle, but credit B.J. holding on to the football. Clint Stevens lowered the boom, but it's a Franklin first down for Georgia Southern. Gutsy play by Johnson.
And the only reason the penalty's not thrown there is because his helmet didn't come off. Georgia Southern players not very happy about it, especially with the standing over him as Clint Stevens did. A little bit of a taunting afterwards. But, how do you not call that, Mr. Official?
That is unbelievable.
Is this reviewable upstairs because it's a shot to the head? Not at all, only if he throws the flag. Well, you ought to be ashamed of yourself for not throwing the flag. You threw the one earlier.
Wow.
That's what's wrong with this rule. Be consistent.
Wow.
Mr. Stevens.
B.J. Johnson helped over to the far side. Again, he was up on a knee. But a dangerous hit. But it does set up a first down for Georgia Southern now. 1st down and 10 at the 36, and just an absolute missed call by this Mountain West crew. So Ellison back into the pistol set with L.A. Ramsby. 2 wideouts to the near side. 2 receivers to the left. Give to Ramsby, pins away from a defender, but then lost his footing, makes his way to the 35-yard line. Alfonso Mack was there in the backfield, but a nifty move by L.A. Ramsby, but then slipped on the turf. They'll stop him right at the 36.
What they're doing on the backside is they're walking up Alfonso Mack. He's getting on the line of scrimmage and just peeling down. He was able to get just enough on Ramsby to trip him up.
2 minutes to play, second quarter, 20-16, Bowling Green with the lead. Eagles looking at 2nd down 10 at the Falcon 36-yard line. Monte Crockett will motion at the snap. Ellison no one to pitch to. Now going backward. Now breaks a tackle to the 35 and going out of bounds far side. They'll say 32-yard line. So Ellison able to make something of nothing at all, which makes 3rd down a little more manageable there. But again, the Falcons doing a great job in film study. They knew where to be. They had nothing but brown jerseys in the vicinity. That was just a play made by Kevin Ellison.
Yeah, he did a good job bobbing and weaving. 3rd down and 5 at the 32.
Ellison on 3rd and 5. Quick fire and incomplete.
Mauled.
Threw it for Miles Campbell. They were all over him right at the first down sticks across the middle of the field. It's incomplete. And it will be 4th and 5 here. Decision time for Coach Dell McGee with 1:38 to go before halftime. You're playing on 4th down territory here inside the 30-yard line.
It's a 50-plus yarder into this win, though. I mean, literally, 55-yarder probably in this win.
So they will keep the offense out there to go for it on 4th down with 1:38 to go before halftime. Down 20-16 to Bowling Green. Ellison scrimmaging from the far side hash. Bowling Green says they're pinning their ears back, coming after him. Ellison in trouble, breaks a tackle in the backfield. Still wants to throw, launches this one down the field towards the end zone. Monte Crockett pulls it in, put an Eagle 6 on it. Touchdown, Georgia Southern. 31-yard pass play, and the Eagles regain the lead. 22-20 with 1:27 to go before halftime.
They used up over almost 6 minutes on the clock. We asked for it. 6 minutes and 42 seconds was on the clock when they got this ball on their own 8.
Earlier in the game, Georgia Southern's defensive backs gave up on a play. Bowling Green did the same thing, and Monte Crockett was begging. He was willing that football to finally get to his hands. He was waiting on it. He's able to haul it in. And Younghoe Koo trying to add one more. Low snap, but it's set. Kick is on its way, and the kick is good. And the Eagles now lead 23-20 with 1:27 before halftime here in the GoDaddy Bowl.
Oh, my. Chris, we got the ball on the 8-yard line, able to go 92 yards back there, making it up back there, much like Bowling Green did, finding something, and credit Crockett for getting behind the defender. Just so happened to be the same one that taunted earlier, Clint Stevens, and he gets burned. So it comes back to haunt them.
So the Eagles retake the lead here with 1:27 to play. And when you've got an offense like Bowling Green, something tells me they're still fired up about going for the end zone. I don't see them going away lightly here into halftime.
Oh, not at all, Chris. It was a 12-play drive, 92 yards, ate up about 5 minutes. We're going to give it back to them with a $1.27 as we kick off into the wind. They'll get pretty good field position, though. Nice combination of passing and running on that one. Ellison stepping up big time. The Domino's Drive Delivery presented by Domino's, the world leader in pizza delivery. And now your Younghoe Koo, you're trying to hang it up there as high as you can so your guys can get down. And if you're Georgia Southern special teams, maybe we'll get a gift of a turnover.
So we'll see what interim coach Brian Ward of Bowling Green will offer up depending on the field position after this ensuing kickoff with 1:27 to go before halftime. Koo with the approach, wind in his face, and he will skid this one down the middle at the near side and out of bounds. At around the 35 is Derek Lee, the senior out of Wichita, Kansas. And that's where Bowling Green will take over with 1:22 to go before halftime, and the Eagles down 20-9 with about 9 minutes to go in the second quarter. Able to come firing back. Eagles taking the lead 23-20. So now the defense, who's had plenty of rest on that far sideline after that long drive that started at the Eagles' very own 8. Let's see what they can offer up here against Matt Johnson, who has been deadly tonight in the pocket. Pump fake to his left. Now goes back to the man. Wide open at the 35 is Dieter. And Dieter able to skirt his way up near the 40 to the 41-yard line. They'll pick up a good amount of yards there. It'll be second down and 2 after the 8-yard pickup. Snap to Johnson. Again, looking. Shakes to his left, now has to backpedal. Still looking left, and he'll throw this one away. Looking for Brian Ward, the interim head coach on the near sideline. Incomplete.
My goodness.
That'll be third down and 3 upcoming for Bowling Green.
And we are, Ryan George just pleading with the official for a call.
1:09 clock stopped after the incompletion. 23-20. Eagles with the lead. Now looking at third down and 3. Trying to dial it up defensively here. Bowling Green will keep it on the ground. And wide open up the middle is Travis Green. Coming to the near side. He's to the 30, 25. And one man to beat. Breaks a tackle inside the 10. Finally forced out of bounds around the 7-yard line. Well, they've not been known to run the football, but that time on third and 3, they go right up the gut to Green, the senior, Florida. And a huge pickup sets up the Falcons now with 59 seconds remaining in the first half. First down, goal to goal at the Eagles' 7-yard line. Just 4 carries on the night for 60 yards, and most all of that coming on that last run. They'll give it to Green. Actually, Johnson will keep it trying to go left, and he'll be put down right around the 5-yard line, a gain of 2. It'll be second down, goal to go from the 5. Caleb Williams there to make the stop for the Eagles.
You can get away with just giving up a field goal here.
Bowling Green will take the snap. They'll hand it off, and this will be Green. And Green just moves the pile into the end zone. And just like that, Bowling Green regains the lead, 26-23 with 36 seconds remaining before halftime. And now both defenses for the Falcons and the Eagles getting worn out by these offensive units. It's just a point of attack. Bowling Green had the leverage and moved to the pile and able to try to add one more.
He ran behind his big guard and tackle, over 300-pounders on the right side.
Waiting on the snap. Placement is down. And the kick is good. Make it 27-23. Bowling Green now out in front with 36 seconds remaining before halftime.
Initially set up by Travis Green. Right off the left guard tackle. Found a gap. Got through the first line. Thank goodness Dobson caught up to him to push him out of bounds.
Travis Green with his 15th rushing touchdown on the season. Rushed for over 1,000 yards coming into the game. 1,220 yards on the ground with 213 carries on the year. So Bowling Green now will kick it back to the Eagles with just 36. Still have the wind at their back, so a chance for Tyler Tate to pin this one back deep.
Hurts. He had him at 3rd and 3 on the 40. Goodness.
So Tate will tee it up at the 35. Off the tee, he'll have to reset it here. Coming up, before we go to the Southern Halftime Report, presented by the Georgia Lottery. Hopefully Danny Reed will get a chance to talk with Dale McGee on his way into the locker room. For the second time, the football comes off the tee, and now they'll have to Brown style it. Get the play back to action.
With this win, he might put it over the deck.
So Tate will now approach the football. And here's the kick.
Ooh.
Short kick. Keaton picks it up at the 11-yard line, far side. Comes up the far side hash, now right up the middle, able to make his way to about the 34-yard line. Flag down.
Still going on. Come on, folks. Referee's got to get control of that. Don't allow that to happen. I'm wondering if his face mask didn't get yanked. It may be a holding call against Southern, but it was thrown right in the pile as he went through. Position for Georgia Southern. The kicker did not get a good kick with this wind. He bobbled it and went up the gut.
So we'll see what the infraction is all about momentarily. And now the football for the Eagles. And around the 32-yard line, now they pick the football up. They'll have a discussion between this Mountain West crew.
There's no foul for a block in the back. The block was deemed to have occurred from the side.
So they'll wipe away that flag, and it will be first down and 10 for Georgia Southern with 29 seconds remaining before halftime. Down 27-23 to Bowling Green. Just when it looked like the Eagles had all the momentum going into the halftime locker room, a quick strike from Bowling Green led on the ground by Travis Green, the running back.
I'm not surprised, Chris. The only thing I'm surprised about is it came from the running back. I mean, you know they can pop a pass quickly.
So the Eagles break from the far side huddle with 29. Football at the 32-yard line. They'll mark it 3. James Dean in as the blocking H-back. Matt Breida in the single field. Handoff Matt Breida. Breida up the middle across the 35. Makes his way to the 37-yard line. Second down and 6 with 19 seconds and the clock moving here, and that may be all she wrote.
Yeah, that's just what that you just if he breaks a Breida run, then great. Otherwise, you don't roll the ball over.
So the Eagles are done. The Falcons are done after one half of play. We go to halftime with the Falcons representing the Mid-American Conference, leading over Georgia Southern 27-23. Before we go to break, let's go down on the field. Standing by with Coach Dale McGee. Danny?
Coach, you weathered the storm literally and figuratively. Come back in the 2-score deficit. What was the key?
Just keep fighting through. Got to quit making so many penalties and stupid plays. We just the plays right now. Defense playing well. We got to pick it up a lot more. And offense got to execute when we got chances. We're not zone option correctly.
Coach, appreciate it.
Thanks.
Thank you, Danny. Thank you, Coach. We're at halftime here in Mobile. Bowling Green leading 27-23 over Georgia Southern in the 2015 GoDaddy Bowl. Coming up, halftime report presented by the Georgia Lottery. Russ Brown will be with you when we return. Again, our score at the break. Bowling Green 27, Georgia Southern 23. This is Eagle football on the Georgia Southern Sports Network from Learfield Sports.
This has been a Southern Halftime Report. The second half is just around the corner on the Georgia Southern Sports Network. Now, once again, with the call of the game, here's the voice of the Eagles, Chris Blair.
Back with you at Land Peoples Stadium here in Mobile, Alabama on a very wet Wednesday night. Torrential downpour off and on throughout the last couple of days here, and right now the weather still continuing to rain. It doesn't seem to dampen the spirits of Georgia Southern fans across the way. They have shown up in full force, sold their allotment for the GoDaddy Bowl here in 2015, and right now looking at a 27-23 Bowling Green lead as we get set to start the second half of action. And Terry, I heard you and Russ talking about it. A lot of defensive corrections. You could even hear from Coach Dell McGee going into the locker room talking with Danny Reed about not giving up the big plays. But offensively, you have to look and see what you try to dial up, because after a couple of drives, really the opening drive for Georgia Southern, very effective running out on the corners with Ellison on the keeper. Then they were able to adjust that, really key on taking Ellison out of the mix, if you will. And then Georgia Southern's looking for other players to get involved offensively. And at times, even in a rainy night, they've had to go to the air just to keep drives alive. You have to wonder what they're talking about in the locker room offensively coming out here, because they will get the football to start the third quarter.
A lot of people, including ourselves, were asking about this team and how they would play today. Coming after the last ball game, don't want to rehash that. Then coaching carousel kind of thing, didn't know what was going to go on. And then you had some things happen today in the first half, and it would have been easy for some of the teams to maybe fold up tent and let the game get out of hand. But Georgia Southern players did not. I like the fact they rallied back. Got to do something about these broken plays, of course, and you know that Bowling Green's got a great offense and can score quickly. As they get ready to kick off to Georgia Southern, it's going to be imperative for the Eagles to do a good job and drive down there and get a points.
Second half kickoff presented by Georgia Farm Bureau and your Georgia Farm Bureau agent since 1959, serving the interest and insurance needs of Georgia residents and Georgia residents only. As this kick from Tyler Tate in the back of the end zone will be a touchback, and Georgia Southern will start first down and 10 at the 25-yard line. Let's go down on the field. Danny Reed, you had a chance to see the look on the faces of the players going into the locker room and coming out. What did you see?
They're ready. They want this opportunity. They look at a 4-point deficit as not much at all. They look at this as an even game, and getting a chance to have the ball coming out to start the second half like they have so many times this year is exactly what they want.
So the Eagles will open up first down and 10 at the 25-yard line of their very own. Fabian Upshaw will get the call at quarterback. This will be the third possession. He has been in control of the offense. Motion P.J. Johnson, who was banged up in that second quarter, and now on the keeper Upshaw, far side, looking for a lead block. Didn't get it, made his way to the 29-yard line, a gain of 4 on the play. It'll be second down and 6, says Denard Turner. Made the tackle for Bowling Green. Checking the Vaden Nissan stat line after one half of action. The Eagles 260 yards of total offense, 283 for the Falcons. No surprise here, the Eagles getting it done on the ground, 195 yards rushing on 34 carries through the air. Bowling Green getting their work done with 187 passing yards in that first half. On second down and 6, the give to Breida on the dive, and Breida carries the Falcons up to the first down sticks at the 35-yard line. Should be a Franklin first down for the Georgia Southern Eagles. And Breida known for his speed, but that time, Terry, using the lower body and using some power, and he'll hobble off to that far sideline, but a great run to pick up the first down.
Good job by Andy Kwan and Jeremiah Colbert for staying with their blocks, driving their feet down. Wesley Fields checks into the ball game.
So first down and 10 now at the 35-yard line. Eagles on the attack. Marching right to left on your radio dial. Low snap gets through the legs of Upshaw, and he'll just dive on it back around the 24-yard line. That one under his knees as it was delivered. May have also taken his eye off of it. Didn't even get a hand on it. And a miscue on the snap will back up the Eagles here. It will be second down and a cab ride upcoming.
21 yards, second low snap in this series for Upshaw. He managed to handle the first one. Wet ball. This is going to happen.
So now the Eagles backtrack, second down and a little less than 21, back at the 24-yard line. Motion Miles Campbell at the snap. Here's the pistol. Upshaw to keep right side. Got through the second level, and Upshaw 35, 40, and out of bounds on that far sideline at the 42-yard line. Picking up those penalty yards. Great run and great vision by Fabian Upshaw to pick up the yardage And that will certainly make third down a lot more manageable here, looking at 3rd and 2 after an 18-yard run by Fabian Upshaw.
Yeah, that was big. Big. Got to pick up this first down. Don't want to give it back to Bowling Green here.
13 minutes remaining, third quarter just underway here in the second half. Eagles taking the opening third quarter kickoff. Looking at 3rd down and 2 with the ball at the 42-yard line of their very own. Bowling Green looks to be coming after this one. Upshaw finds the seam off the right edge. He'll pick up the Franklin first down across the 45 up to the 47-yard line. Zion Lunsford to get on the tackle for Bowling Green. They were going to try to thought they were going to use the wide side of the field, Terry. Bowling Green was counting on them, bringing it back to them to the Eagles' left, and Upshaw seems to like that right side of the field.
He does, and also what they're doing in this first half, Alfonso Mack walks up on the line and tries to trail if they got a cutback.
So looking at 1st down and 10 now at the 46-yard line of their very own as Wesley Fields in as the featured back. B.J. Johnson motioning right to left. Give to Wesley Fields. Fields hit now, bounces off one defender, makes his way to midfield before being dropped there. Looks like they'll spot him at the 49. Clint Stevens making the tackle. Only about a 3-yard gain, but it sets up 2nd down and 7 for this Eagle offense here with 12 minutes remaining in the third quarter.
I know he only got 3, but he got hit when he was about at the line of scrimmage, was able to pick up the extra 2 or 3 yards there, so it was a good running by Fields.
2nd down, 7. Fields to the left side of Fabian Upshaw. They'll send Keaton and Campbell out wide to the right side. B.J. Johnson, the lone receiver, split to the left. 2nd down, 7 at the 49-yard line of Georgia Southern. James Dean motions across the formation right to left. He'll lead block for Wesley Fields. Fields into Falcon territory and drop down at the 46-yard line near side. Alfonso Mack in on the tackle for the Falcons. Clock moving, 11:25. The Eagles have dominated the football here in the opening moments of the third quarter, converting on 2 very important 3rd down conversions.
And another one right here, 3rd and 2. This is the 8th play of the drive. They started on the 25.
So 3rd and 2. Eagles see if they can keep the drive alive. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left side, and that was Wesley Fields, who motions back into the backfield. He'll get the carry from Upshaw, splits the gap on the right tackle, makes his way to about the 42-yard line. That'll be a Franklin first down for Georgia Southern on the legs of Wesley Fields, the freshman phenom out of Americus, Georgia.
I like that cutback, too. You got that hole there, going right over the center quan, and then staying at that angle to the tackle, able to pick it up.
We talked about it earlier this year, the great Adrian Peterson here at Georgia Southern. Extremely impressed with the play of Wesley Fields and feels like he may have a tremendous career before he's done in Statesboro. Direct snap, Breida takes it. Breida trying to bounce out to the right side. Gets inside the 41, stopped there, only about a yard gain before Trenton Green, the outside linebacker, got to him.
That's that quick linebacker we were talking about. He's only 5'9", 213, kind of like Ironhead at linebacker. Not your prototypical linebacker in size, but a lot of speed, and he's able to read that and hit the gap. It's kind of a no-brainer when it's a Wildcat like that. Direct snap to Breida, what he's going to do with it.
So now Upshaw back in the pistol, 2nd down and 9 with the ball at the 41-yard line of Bowling Green. Opening drive of the third quarter. Falcons leading 27-23. Campbell motions left to right, looking to throw. Upshaw has plenty of time, slings the ball, has a man open, caught inside the 30, down around the 24-yard line. Keegan Williams, the junior out of Metter, Georgia. Hauls in the pass, and that was an easy pitch and catch, and Upshaw had all day to find and wait for the receiver to open up.
And he threw it before the break. He knew who his receiver was supposed to be, and he threw it to the point, so when he made the break, there was the ball.
Franklin first down for the Georgia Southern Eagles, now 1st down and 10 at the Bowling Green 24-yard line. 9:32 remaining third quarter. Breida back in. There's the single back. 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left side. It's Fabian Upshaw asking for the snap. Long snap count. Now the motion, James Dean, who was a lot wide to the right, back behind the line of scrimmage, and a fumble, and Upshaw has to dive on it. Don't think Matt Breida was thinking the ball was coming to him, and at the mesh, the ball hits on the turf, and thankfully Fabian Upshaw able to cover up on it. Now Fabian and Matt Breida going to have a mini conference there to make sure they're on the same page. A very dangerous moment after what has been a stellar offensive drive so far to open the third quarter.
And second fumble on this drive. 2nd down and 14 now.
So 2nd and 14. Wesley Fields back onto the field at running back. Williams and James Dean split out wide to the right. Campbell and Monte Crockett to the left side. Upshaw wanting to throw. Weak side, backside pressure. Now he'll decide to run. far side, gets to about the 21-yard line before being stopped there by Alfonso Mack again, who is covering the field as good as anybody here defensively for Bowling Green. But a good job feeling the pressure from behind. They had backside pressure coming, and Upshaw, it just seemed he was going to take a hit, but able to have eyes in the back of his head, able to then tuck and run. 13th play of the drive. 7 now at the 21-yard line of Bowling Green with 8:19 to go in the third quarter, and the Eagles trailing 27-23.
And we're coming up on this is a 7-minute drive right now.
Critical 3rd down and 7 as Upshaw calls for the snap. Here it comes, right in the hands. Give it off. Wesley Fields breaks a tackle at the line of scrimmage, coming near side 15 to the 10, lowers the shoulder inside the 5, brought down at the 4-yard line. Franklin first down for the Georgia Southern Eagles, and Wesley Fields running like a man on fire. Clint Stevens made the tackle on a 16-yard gain, and now the Eagles look at it, first down, goal to go. They'll mark it at the 3-yard line of Bowling Green.
Make that 17-yard drive then. And again, folks, this is coming up on an 8-minute drive now that started our own 25 in the 14th play of the game, of the drive.
Upshaw breaks from the huddle. Matt Breida, a single back. First down, goal to go from the Falcon 3-yard line. Here's the snap. Speed option near side. Upshaw untouched. Put an Eagle 6 on it. Touchdown, Georgia Southern. Fabian Upshaw saw pay dirt. No one got to him, and the Eagles regain the lead, 29-27, with 7:28 remaining here in the third quarter, as Fabian Upshaw rushing for his 3rd touchdown on the season.
Wow. Nice read, tucks it up, sees the pylon, and goes. That's a response that we were looking for.
Younghoe Koo on to try and add one more, make it a 3-point lead. Snap, set, kick is up, kick is good, and Eagles now lead 30-27 over Bowling Green with 7:28 remaining here in the third quarter. Eagles take the opening kickoff in the second half, march it right down the throat of the Falcons. We'll return to Mobile, Alabama in just a moment. Live coverage of the 2015 GoDaddy Bowl. Georgia Southern leading 30-27 over Bowling Green. This is Eagle football on the Georgia Southern Sports Network from Learfield Sports. Get impressive fuel economy without sacrificing power when you drive the 2015 Ford F-150 or Fusion, available with EcoBoost technology. Right now, get great lease options or big cashback savings on the full lineup of cars, trucks, and SUVs with EcoBoost at your local Georgia neighborhood Ford dealer, proud sponsor of Georgia Southern Athletics. 7:28 remaining here in the third quarter. Eagles back on top, 30-27 over Bowling Green. And Terry, talk about smash mouth football. We'll line it up, run it right down your throat. That's exactly what the Eagles did coming out to start the third quarter.
With a very crucial pass in there, Wesley Fields not playing like a freshman. Can't believe he's a freshman. And Upshaw, a little unfair. Usually he comes in the third series of each half. He starts the second half here, and with a bang, 14-play drive. They start on the 25-yard line, 75 yards, ate up 7 minutes and 32 seconds of the clock. Again, mostly running the ball behind Wesley Fields, and Upshaw's legs making some great decisions. Delivered a key third down pass to move the chains, and the Eagles take the early second half lead, 30-27. Brought to you by Domino's, proud supporter of Georgia Southern Athletics, the sponsor of the Domino's Pizza Drive Delivery. They're open really late in Statesboro, so give them a call or go to Domino's.com.
Danny, 2 questions for you down on the sideline. First off, you mentioned early in the second quarter Georgia Southern had to get back to their identity. I think they did it on the opening drive. Secondly, Kevin Ellison, any question as to why Fabian got the ball to start the third quarter?
The first part, Georgia Southern, by throwing only one pass that drive, threw when they wanted to, not when they had to. With the running game being so effective, mainly with Fields, that just opened up the offense and made it more dynamic. As for why Upshaw got the start, nothing has given me the idea that Ellison's wrist is gimpy. I just think it was a decision to go with Upshaw, and that was a pretty nice decision. 14 plays and 75 yards to get the lead back.
Last time we took the quick lead, Bowling Green came back with a 4-play touchdown. We need, I wouldn't mind seeing Younghoe Koo hang this kickoff up in the air towards the corner, maybe 1 yard deep, to force him to bring it out. We maybe keep him inside the 25 versus just giving them the 25-yard line.
Younghoe Koo tees it up at the 35-yard line. Once again, the Eagles will have the win for the most part at their back. A brisk win here moving through Ladd Peebles Stadium. Younghoe Koo when kicked in the back of the end zone as the ball once again falls off the tee. You have inside this facility when the wind is whipping right down the middle of the field, and they cannot keep the football on the tee, so they will assist Younghoe Koo. They will tee it up at the 35, and now he'll try to send this one into the air as he gets back, gets ready. Eagles are lined up. Younghoe Koo with the approach. Here's the kick. On its way, and this one sails easily into the back of the end zone, nearly into the stands. It'll be a touchback, first down at 10 at the 25-yard line for Bowling Green, who will touch the football for the first time here in the second half with 7:28 to go in the third quarter.
Yeah, Younghoe Koo put it, I asked for 1 or 2 yards deep in the end zone and forced him to bring it out. I guess he heard differently because he put it 3 rows up in the stands. With that wind, it's pretty hard to do. Sometimes you almost want to squib it just to kind of give you a shot inside the 25, but they're going to get good field position.
Last time out, Matt Johnson, quarterback for Bowling Green, in the game. Just 8 of 20 passing, 187 yards, 3 passing touchdowns. But as Terry mentioned, they were able to strike very quickly, and they did it on the ground off the legs of Travis Green, the starting tailback. It'll be first down at 10 at the 25-yard line as Bowling Green gets to work. Quick screen, near side, catch made, and trying to get through the defenders, but tripped up at about the 29 is Roger Lewis. Already a touchdown catch so far on the night.
Wouldn't be surprised if they go after Darius Jones. They had him matched up man on man. Darius is 5'9". He's trying to cover Dieter, who is 6'3".
Second down, 6 after the 4-yard gain. Keep it on the ground this time. Green's got nowhere to go. Actually, that's Fred Coppett, the backup running back, the junior out of Fort Lauderdale. Hit at the line, but extra effort able to spin off. Make his way to about the 32-yard line. Makes up third and manageable here. Third down and 3 for Bowling Green with 6:43 to go. Clock moving, third quarters. Johnson in the shotgun. Single back on a wing to his left. They'll have trip receivers to the left side. On 3rd and 3. Coppett on the carry. Bottled up, but keeps turning. Makes his way to the 35. Looks like it'll be close depending on the spot. Logan Hunt made the tackle, but just extra effort off the legs of Fred Coppett.
Oh.
Didn't look like they got a favorable Scott. Yep, just got it by the nose.
We gave up an opportunity there. We had him. We let him squeeze through.
So first down and 10 at the 35-yard line. Johnson will keep it on the ground, this time trying to go to the left side. Fred Coppett on the direct snap, actually trying to run to the left. Not much there. And again, they've rotated both Green and Coppett at running back tonight. Green, as we mentioned, certainly leading the way.
2nd and 5. Nice chance to try to pop one downfield.
Johnson, play action. There he comes. One-on-one coverage near side and incomplete. It was in the hands at the 26-yard line. And Caleb Williams, great recovery. The receiver and Lewis had him beat, but he timed it perfectly as the ball came sailing down into his hands. Caleb Williams goes on the attack, knocks it free.
What a great route by the receiver. And no, I think he just dropped the ball. Roger Lewis it went through his hands. But he had a great route and a great pass.
Third down and 5 as Johnson works from the 40-yard line of their very own with 5:55 to go in the third quarter. And the Falcons down 30-27 here to Georgia Southern in the GoDaddy Bowl in Mobile.
They like the slant here.
Trip receivers to the left. He's looking left. Now we'll let it go. Looking for a man downfield, and we've got a flag coming out. Pass interference. Dobson was trying to come over from the safety position. Robbie Moore was the intended receiver.
Dobson was there looking to try to make an interception. He was playing it like a center fielder. You could watch him there eyeing it. And yeah, we did not give the receiver a chance to make a play on the ball.
Antonio Glover had the coverage down the field. He'll be the guilty party for the pass interference, which will help out the Falcons tremendously here. They were looking at 3rd and 5, and now they'll get the first down, move the football even closer, deeper into Eagle territory. We'll wait on the official call upcoming here as they seem to be taking their own sweet time. Our referee Scott Campbell and his crew out of the Mountain West.
Yeah, Dobson was coming over. Thought he was going to make a play on it, go up high at the top, the peak of the ball.
So they'll mark the football at the 45-yard line of Georgia Southern. Fresh set of downs, first down and 10. Johnson looking for the swing pass, now zips it up far side, and the screen, jailbreak, everybody's loose. And once again, it's Robbie Moore. He's got some skates right down the middle of the field, makes his way inside the 25. A couple of Eagles slow to get up as, for some reason, Robbie Moore still running with the football into the end zone. Not sure why. But he is down around the 23-yard line of Georgia Southern.
Nice play.
He's had the nice tunnel screen. And
because he felt like his knee never hit the ground, and I'm not so sure he wasn't wrong.
First down 10 at the 22-yard Southern. Bowling Green took a while to get the football in their possession here in the third quarter, but now with a chance to regain the lead, down 30-27. Coppett will be the single back to the left side of Johnson. They'll stack two receivers left. They'll stack two receivers to the right. Eagles with three down linemen. Give to Coppett. Coppett right up the gut. Makes his way to the 20 and spilled back there. They'll maybe give him the 19-yard line.
Oh, they tried to strip it, and we came out with it. They held it up. If you're not going to blow the whistle, let it ride out, then you got to let them have an opportunity to strip it. Well, you didn't blow the whistle with forward progress is the problem with that.
Ryan George and Chris De La Rosa got to Coppett first. So the officials say he was down. It makes it to the 19-yard line. Second down and 8 upcoming here for Bowling Green with 4:35 to go. Still in the third quarter, and the Eagles leading 30-27. Johnson will empty the backfield, trip receivers left, two to the right. Forced out of the pocket. Here comes Ironhead Gallen. He'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Delayed blitz, and Gallen got to him.
Bingo. Gallen sat back, eyeing the quarterback, saw the gap, and ran in. Great play.
That'll back up the Falcons well beyond the 25-yard line. We'll see where they put Johnson down. They'll say at the 28. Third down and about 16 yards here.
And two down territory for him as well. Kick it into the wind, I would imagine they'll go for it, especially with this offense.
So Johnson brings back Green. He'll be the running back on the right side. Green will get the carry right up the middle, has some running room, makes his way back to about the 21-yard line. They say his knee was down around the 22. Stop made by Antoine Williams, the outside linebacker for Georgia Southern.
4th and 10 ball, the 22. You're looking at a 32, 39-yard field goal into this win. Very good pickup by the running back there. If you want to try to kick it, they probably could, but I don't blame them for going for it.
Again on the season, 56% on fourth down, and this one's a big one. 4th and 10 at the 22-yard line. Snap back to Johnson. Give it to Green. Green going to be hit at the 20. Going to be dropped. Turnover on downs. Georgia Southern football. Interesting play call for Bowling Green.
Yeah.
Nardo Govan and Antoine Williams were there to bring down the ball carrier. On the 10th play of the drive, they are turned away. The Eagles take over just inside their own 20-yard line on a great stop defensively for Georgia Southern.
Yeah, I tell you who made that play coming over, Antoine Williams. He came over, he read it. Way to step up.
Timeout on the field, 3:06 remaining, third quarter. Eagles with a big stop defensively. They have a 3-point lead over Bowling Green here in the GoDaddy Bowl. 30-27 our score. We'll return to Mobile in just a moment. You're listening to Eagle Football on the Georgia Southern Sports Network from Learfield Sports. Georgia Southern football presented in part by Zaxby's and your neighborhood Zaxby's restaurant. For over 20 years, Zaxby's restaurant, founded in Statesboro, now found everywhere. 3:06 remaining, third quarter action. Georgia Southern opened the third quarter. Down the field, took 7 minutes, 32 seconds before the Eagles found the end zone with Fabian Upshaw to regain the lead 30-27. Bowling Green would then take over, march down the field, get inside the 25-yard line, and then on 4th and 10, they go with the run off the left edge, and Georgia Southern stayed at home, blew up the play, turnover on downs, and now the most critical part of this ballgame, Harbin. Eagles take over, first down and 10 at their own 20-yard line with a 3-point lead.
Be curious what Coach Adele does in this situation. If you go back to Kevin Ellison when Upshaw clearly showed they had a hot hand right now with that series, you really, really need to find a way to get in the end zone so you can be up by 10 and 2 scores versus kicking a field goal and be up by 6. And again, eating more of the clock. And I wouldn't be surprised if he stays with Fabian Upshaw.
So Upshaw will come out. He'll be the quarterback on this drive, starting first down and 10 at their own 20-yard line with 3:06 remaining, third quarter. 30-27, Eagles with a field goal lead. Upshaw working with Wesley Fields, Matt Breida, twin backs. Terry Keaton, the wide out to the right side. B.J. Johnson, the lone wide out, split to the left side. First down and 10. Here comes the snap. Upshaw's going to pull. Upshaw's got room. 30, 35, 40. Down the far side hash. Outruns the Falcons. 20, 15, 10, 5. Put an Eagles 6 on it. Touchdown, Georgia Southern. 80 yards. Fabian Upshaw. Make it 36-27. One play. And now the Eagle Nation making their presence known here in Mobile across the way. Both, you had two safeties who were waiting on Upshaw. He literally blew by them like they were running backward. He flat outran Bowling Green for 80 yards and that score. Point after by Younghoe Koo is good. It's 37-27, just like that. 2:55 remaining, third quarter. We'll return to Mobile in just a moment. You're listening to Eagle Football on the Georgia Southern Sports Network from Learfield Sports. 2:55 remaining, third quarter action on a rainy night in Mobile. And Georgia Southern with their largest lead of the night. It's 10, 37-27. And the third quarter, Terry Harvin, there's 2:55 remaining. Without any question, still some time left, but this third quarter dominated by this Georgia Southern football squad who took the opening kickoff, milked the clock for 7.5 minutes to get the lead 30-27. And then after a crucial defensive stop on a fourth down conversion attempt, one play, and Fabian Upshaw outran everybody.
80 yards, cut back, saw the lane, sealed off by our lineman, and he cut back, and it was off to the races. Weren't going to catch him. So we open up the second half with a 7-minute, 32-second drive, 14 plays, 75 yards. We stop them after 10 plays, and then one play to pay dirt. We have a two-score lead, which is crucial on Bowling Green right now. Make no mistake about it. We know how fast this team, the Falcons, can score, and Georgia Southern does as well. Need to play. Don't get burnt behind you. Keep everything in front, and we got a chance.
Danny Reed, I have to believe that when the offense came out after that score by Fabian Upshaw, something tells me they went to the defense and gave them a high five because the defense set the table.
Well, that's what we talked about during the Georgia game. Remember how the defense was setting the tone? The offense took the cue. Now we've got a little bit of reversal. Chris, you've talked about this before. When Georgia Southern brought Fabian Upshaw here, waiting for him to make a play like that, and what a time for an 80-yard touchdown run in their first ever bowl game. That was a thing of beauty.
So now the defense called upon again. Bowling Green huddled up to the near side. Georgia Southern on that far side, waiting to get things started. Back to action here in Mobile. And certainly the largest roar of the night coming across the way as Fabian Upshaw skipping down the field 80 yards. Brian Ward, the interim head coach. Dale McGee, the interim head coach for Georgia Southern. And right now, the only bowl game going on this Wednesday night, the 23rd of December on ESPN. Something tells me people might be tuned in. So far, it's been a good game with a little bit of everything.
It has. Fabian Upshaw, 7 carries right now with 112 yards rushing and 2 touchdowns. Wesley Fields, 7 carries, 75 yards and 1 touchdown. Ellison, 13 for 70 yards. And Breida, 12 carries for 62 as Younghoe Koo kicks it off into the stands again.
So that's where Bowling Green will set it up, first down and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Peyton Nissan stat line, as Terry just told you, Fabian Upshaw leading the way after that 80-yard touchdown run. Peyton Nissan serving Savannah, Vidalia, Hinesville, all of Eagle Nation. Best place for high-quality Nissan cars, trucks, and SUVs. Peyton Nissan of Statesboro, proud supporter of Georgia Southern Athletics. So out comes Bowling Green. Matt Johnson, he's been in some battles, the redshirt senior out of Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. First down and 10 at the 25-yard line. Going to keep it on the ground, and Georgia Southern snuffs it out. Chris De La Rosa brings down Scott Miller. Huge loss on first down. Trying to spread the field, come to the near side, and Chris De La Rosa, not sure anybody for Bowling Green accounted for him.
I'm not so sure why they're going to trickery versus just staying with their bread and butter offense. The passing is there. The receivers are running good routes, and the quarterback, for the most part, was delivering when they're open.
5-yard loss, 2nd and 15. Starts them back at the 20-yard line. This time, Johnson lost the football on the carpet. Eagles have it. Nardo Goban covers up the football, give the turnover to Georgia Southern. Johnson has tried the pump fake all night long. That time he faked the handoff, went the pump fake, and the ball came out of his hands. He did not know it.
No, that's crazy. We needed something to happen, and we got it. As we watch it again, he pulls it, goes to throw it, and the ball slips out of his hand. Again, the wet turf, the wet ball helps us in this situation.
So a big turnover sets up the Eagles inside the clubhouse red zone. First down and 10 now at the Bowling Green 14-yard line.
Again, touchdown is crucial here as Upshaw leads them back out with L.A. Ramsby back there, and it looks like Wesley Fields, Chris.
Twin backs on first down 10 at the 14-yard line of Bowling Green. Keegan Williams out wide to the left. Monte Crockett, the wide out split to the left. First down 10 snap. Upshaw to keep, setting up option, cuts inside a defender at the 10. Sees the end zone, makes his way down inside the 5, down at the 1-yard line. Terrence Bush saves the score for Bowling Green. But what a nice cut and shift to the left, and Fabian Upshaw just broke a pair of ankles for the Bowling Green Falcons.
Somebody's down on the play. I think they were looking for a penalty down there, but I didn't really see one. We do have a player down. I can't see who it is at this time, Chris. It might be B.J. Johnson. Can't tell. No,
Keegan
it's
Williams.
not. Keegan Williams.
Austin Valdez, the linebacker for Bowling Green, you could see in his eyes that he thought he was going to get Fabian Upshaw, and literally broke his ankles when he makes the shift to get through the line. And luckily, Terrence Bush able to stop him as Williams just had his ankle rolled over in the play at the end of the play.
That rolled on him good.
All right.
It rolled pretty good on him. They might need to help him off the field.
2:03 remaining third quarter, and the Eagles with a prime opportunity. The door has been opened here after the turnover, first of the night for Bowling Green. First of the night by either team, although the Eagles have flirted with it on a couple occasions tonight. As Williams now helped up, gingerly making his way to that far sideline. But now you're looking at first down, goal to goal. They mark the football at the 3, or rather at the 1-yard line. And the Eagles will have 4 downs to work with here. As Fabian Upshaw lines up the huddle, it'll be Matt Breida in the offensive backfield. Just to the right of Fabian Upshaw. First down, goal to go from the 1. Snap to Upshaw. Speed option. Pitch Breida coming near side. Great block by James Dean. Open the door. Breida goes in. Put an Eagles 6 on it. Touchdown, Georgia Southern. 43-27 with 1:51 to go here in the third quarter.
Wow,
what a block by James Dean out there on the left edge.
I was already pointing to see if you saw it, but I guess everybody saw it. I think they saw it in New Orleans.
1:51 to go, and the Eagles, once again, Younghoe Koo getting a workout here in the second half. Ryan Nowicki to hold. Snap. Placement. Kick is up. And the kick is good. Make it 44-27. Georgia Southern starting to get cranked up here in Mobile, Alabama with 1:51 before the start of the fourth and final quarter.
Wow. What a block. We're watching it again. He went down, legitimate block, took out Nate Locke out of the play, which I don't really think it would have mattered anyway, to tell you the truth. I don't think he wasn't going to catch Breida to the sidelines.
Coach Dale McGee celebrating. Likes what he sees here out of the fight for his team in the second half after getting the early lead and Bowling Green able to get going offensively. They took a lead into the halftime locker room, 27-23, and then the third quarter thus far has all been about Georgia Southern. in every phase of the game.
Oh, yeah.
Interesting to hear Danny Reed say when they came out of the locker room they had a different look than when they went in. Scott Miller and Herb Kobe are back deep for Bowling Green if they have a chance. Younghoe Koo is not giving them anything when he's kicking right to left. The wind and his foot has set up Bowling Green at the 25-yard line. Now the rain starting to pick up again.
Wow.
And if you're the Bowling Green Falcons, it's the last thing you want to see is a heavy downpour, trailing 44-27 here in Mobile. Here's the kick. Kick on its way. It's about 8 yards deep as Scott Miller will take a knee. And once again, a touchback. Georgia Southern defense once again just starting to get more and more confident after giving up those big plays that Coach McGee talked about going into the halftime locker room, Terry. He said, we're playing pretty good defense. We gave up the big plays. Matt Johnson, who is a stellar quarterback for the Falcons, has looked more uncomfortable here in the second half than at any time in the first 2 quarters of action.
I agree. And then also they seem to be getting away from their offense a little bit here, which is a little surprising. But again, no lead is too comfortable or too good unless you got a minute left to play against this team because they score so quickly. Bowling Green.
First down 10 at the 25. Johnson will pull. He'll try to stretch the play. He's got running room and slides on a knee at the 35-yard line. Flag down. That play may have taken too long to develop. We'll see if that goes against Bowling Green. The flag down at the 30-yard line.
Not comfortable with the exchange either between quarterback and running back, but a very good play by Johnson, showing that he can run the ball too.
So we'll wait.
Holding, number 83, offense.
Good.
10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Still first down.
Derek Lee, the tight end, flagged for the infraction.
Yeah, speaking of the tight end, I was concerned about him before the game, and they only thrown to him one time.
6'4", 258. Played at Butler Community College after playing 2 years at North Dakota State. First down and 15. First down and 10. There's another late flag. As now they throw the ball down the field. Catch made by Lewis, but there's multiple flags on the field. The catch was made down around the 43-yard line of Georgia Southern. But with the body language alone from Bowling Green tells me this may be coming back. So
I'm curious as to what this line judge threw the flag for, unless we're missing something here. The receiver just burned us down there. It's a beautiful pass and catch. I didn't see where a pass interference or a holding was in play at all.
First and 17 was the play after the infraction.
There are 2 fouls on the play, both by the offense. Pass interference, number 1, offense.
Wow.
That penalty is declined. Holding, number 83, offense. That penalty be accepted. Half the distance to the goal. Still first down.
So going down the sideline in a foot race, he must have pushed off from the defender to make the catch.
So a huge infraction after what was first down and 17. Bowling Green simply self-imploding here.
I don't agree.
Well, the hold is what they took.
Yeah, the holding is a legitimate call. The pass interference not. And it's the second holding call against the tight end in as many plays.
And you wonder why he wasn't getting thrown many passes.
Well, I didn't say anything about holding, but the guy can catch.
So the infraction backs up the Falcons once again. First down and a cab ride. They'll keep it on the ground. Running with it, Fred Coppett, the backup running back. He'll get across the 10, close to the 14-yard line. It's very interesting to watch this Bowling Green offense when you look at yourself. Second down and 14. First down and 17. And they go to the run play. Now it's second down and forever again. Ball was loose. Dive for it down around the 8-yard line. Eagles come up saying they have it. Huge rugby pile down there at the 10. Right now it looks like Bowling Green trying to argue they have it. But now the officials say Georgia Southern football. Second turnover in as many a drive. And Nardo Govan does it again. Comes out of the pile with a football.
On that exchange between Johnson and the running back, so you get a chance to watch this replay. He goes to take it back out of it and doesn't do it. Pulls it out. His own guy jumped on it. Looks like we were able to take it out of him in the pile.
So for the second straight time, Bowling Green turns it over inside the clubhouse red zone. The Eagles will take over at the 10-yard line of the Falcons with Georgia Southern up 44-27 with 43 seconds remaining before we get to the fourth quarter. Things going from bad to worse for Bowling Green. So a timeout on the field. Georgia Southern leading 44-27. They trailed at the half 27-23. L.A. Ramsby got the scoring started with 8:52 to go in the first quarter. Eagles struck first, went up 7-0. Bowling Green would answer back to make it 7-6, and then on the point after attempt, it was blocked, and Matt Dobson carried the football down the field to make it 9-6 before Bowling Green got on track offensively. But now, once again, the Falcon defense back to the wall here. First down, goal to go from the 10-yard line. Give it to Matt Breida. Breida right up the gut, makes his way to the 7. A gain of 2, maybe 3, depending on that spot. It's Terrence Bush again on the tackle for Bowling Green. But there in the second quarter, there was a moment when Bowling Green's offense was running at full tilt. And credit Georgia Southern, taking away the football in that third quarter, this third quarter, to start things out. And then the 2 turnovers just compiled on top of Bowling Green.
We're going to let it go to the fourth quarter, Chris.
Eagles are happy to let the clock run out here, finish the third quarter of action, switch sides of the field, and stare down a second down goal to go from the 8-yard line of the Falcons of Bowling Green. Third quarter comes to an end. Georgia Southern heads to the fourth and final quarter, and their first FBS Bowl appearance ever in the GoDaddy Bowl here in Mobile. Eagles take a 44-27 lead into the fourth quarter. We'll be back. Stay with us. You're listening to Eagle Football on the Georgia Southern Sports Network from Learfield Sports. We're back with you here in Mobile, Alabama. Start of the fourth quarter, the final 15 minutes of the 2015 GoDaddy Bowl. Here at Ladd-Peebles Stadium, 44-27, Georgia Southern leading over Bowling Green. After just manhandling the Falcons so far here in the second half, Georgia Southern trailed at the halftime break, 27-23, and then set the tone with a 7.5-minute drive to open the third quarter. Fabian Upshaw able to go in for the score, then a turnover deep inside the red zone resulted in a score from Matt Breida. And then on the next possession, Matt Johnson coughs it up again on a missed exchange, and the Eagles took over first down and 10, first down and goal at the 10. Now looking at second down goal to go from the 8-yard line of Bowling Green. And while we have a moment, this has been a celebration of Georgia Southern football. As I mentioned, Monday of this week was the 30th anniversary of Georgia Southern winning the national title in 1985. And here on December 23, 2015, the Eagles are playing in their first ever FBS Bowl. And we're happy to be joined in the booth by one of our good friends who's certainly been along for the ride since we all got involved back in 2006. I'm happy to welcome Ryan Chambers here to the booth to join Danny and Terry and I for the call of the fourth quarter. Ryan, it's good to have you.
Man, I love this city. This is the second time I've been here. For whatever reason, there's something there that always gives me such a headache. Am I the only one here?
I just thought it was me, but that's okay.
Thanks, man. This is awesome. I appreciate you guys bringing me in.
Must be the rain, actually.
It's probably the rain. Well, I'm just not used to all the pine trees, probably. I see how you guys do it. All these pine trees around here.
Well, I know you're taking in Georgia Southern football in person for the first time this year. But it was interesting to see how this team looked a lot different in the second half than it did, especially midway through that second quarter.
Yeah, their ability to bring pressure has been pretty remarkable in this game, especially a lot of the three out front. And don't forget the Ironhead play.
Oh, that's
the sack. That's a crucial play in this ball game. It sets them up in a bad situation, and since that play moves Bowling Green back in a situation they don't want to be in. And they really haven't recovered since.
No, about the quarterback play of Upshaw.
Yeah.
This is just them.
So Fabian Upshaw, after they are ready to start the fourth quarter, he'll break from the huddle. Second down, goal to go at the 8-yard line of Bowling Green. 3 backs with Upshaw. They'll take the option near side. Upshaw sees the end zone, smells the end zone, finds the end zone. Put an Eagle 6 on it. Touchdown, Georgia Southern. Fabian Upshaw does it again. His third rushing touchdown of the night. This one from 8 yards out. and it makes it an even 50-27. Georgia Southern extends the lead.
That's huge. Huge, huge touchdown by Upshaw.
Yeah, he's looking very comfortable running this offense. And this is a credit to this coaching staff that has made it a priority to give him enough snaps in his career to get him comfortable.
High snap, but the kick is up, and the kick is good. So Younghoe Koo makes it 51-27. We're just 5 seconds into the fourth quarter, and Georgia Southern with the lead over Bowling Green. Danny Reed down there on the sidelines. This second half, the crowd for Georgia Southern somewhere in the neighborhood of 4,000, 4,500, maybe even more that came in today. They're having fun regardless of the weather.
Chris, you know as well as I do that Georgians have large lung capacities, and they're making themselves heard. Being down here, it gets deafening at times, and I'm sure it sounds pretty close to that in the crowd, Mike. This is pretty awesome, I'm not going to lie.
So now with a 51-27 lead, Eagles will kick it back Younghoe Koo. May have a chance for Bowling Green to return this one in the second quarter. Went to the more low-lying drill kick down the field. We'll see if he tries to get it up in the air. Of course, he has a brisk wind in his face, kicking this one left to right. Checking the Baden Nissan stat line just before that touchdown. Georgia Southern, after 3 quarters of play, had put together 431 yards of total offense, make it 439 to 316 for Bowling Green. As Miller and Kobe back deep for the Falcons. Here's the approach by Younghoe Koo. Another line drive kick down the middle of the field. Takes a bounce at about the 18. Then it's bobbled around the 11. Eventually Kobe tries to get moving. Hit in the back and then dropped down around the 13-yard line. Shante Gallen in on special teams down there to make the tackle. So with 14:47 to go, Bowling Green now looking at first down and 10. They mark it around the 17-yard line.
Tackling has been good in this game, too. I think it's down there, Terry.
I agree with you, Ryan. A much better job in tackling. Been very, very sound in technique. So first down and 10 at the 17-yard line as Matt Johnson brings out the Falcons on first down. Play action, looking down the field. Strike at the hash, and catch is held on to at the 37-yard line. Falling forward near the 40 is Robbie Moore. He has been sure-handed for the most part tonight. The junior out of Sanford, Florida, with a big strike. Changes field position in one play. It's first down and 10 now at the 42-yard line. Quick screen. They'll try it near side. It'll be Dieter. Dieter is hemmed up, brought out of bounds near side at around the 46, maybe the 47-yard line.
And they're back in their fast mode offense, which is what their offense is. Just keep them in front. Don't get burned over the top.
Glover and Dobson back deep at safety on second down and 6 as Johnson steps into the pocket, steps back, slings this one down the field, far side, one-on-one coverage, and it's incomplete down around the 10 for Roger Lewis. Lewis arguing for pressure and pass interference from Georgia Southern's Darius Jones. Did not get it. It's incomplete. It'll be third down and 6.
That is his second drop pass that hit him in the hands
like
tonight
Jones,
in the second half.
It looked like Jones got his feet tied up. 101. They've been in a lot of 101.
Oh, you can't blame that on the quarterback. He put it where it had to be, and as Ryan said, Darius Jones on feet allowed for the open receiver, but he couldn't hold on. Now it's third down and 6 at the 46-yard line of their very own. Johnson fires near side. Catch made at the 46-yard line. Out of bounds is Robbie Moore. Set up for a first down for Bowling Green with the clock stopped at 14:05 to go here in the fourth quarter.
Again, keep them in front of you, Ryan. Don't get burned over the top. The law of possession says, they won't be able to get back in this ball game with that.
Play action. Johnson stands in the pocket, has time, going for the home run ball, looking for Dieter, and it's incomplete down around the 2-yard line. It was in his belly, it was in his hands, but he couldn't hold on. Caleb Williams was on coverage, and Matt Johnson looks dejected after he's put 2 passes right where it had to be.
In his hands. Hey, credit Caleb Williams there, Ryan.
That's a huge play there, and it looked like the receiver there was able to create a little separation, but Williams stays with him, was able to break it up there late.
Second down and 10 at the 46, and right at the snap, whistles called, a timeout was taken. Georgia Southern was not happy with something defensively, so they will call for time with 13:47 remaining. Gives us a moment to take a timeout, return to Ladd-Peebles Stadium. Our score, Georgia Southern 51, Bowling Green 27. It's the 2015 GoDaddy Bowl from Mobile. And you're listening to it live on the Georgia Southern Sports Network from Learfield Sports. You're listening to live coverage of the 2015 GoDaddy Bowl here on the Georgia Southern Sports Network. Gives us a moment to pause for station identification so great stations across the state of Georgia can identify themselves. This is Eagle Football on the Georgia Southern Sports Network from Learfield Sports. Back inside Ladd-Peebles Stadium in Mobile, Alabama on a rainy Wednesday night. But right now, sunshine for Georgia Southern fans. They look at a scoreboard that says Eagles 51, Falcons 27. Welcome back to the broadcast booth here. Chris Blair along with Terry Harvin, Ryan Chambers, Russ Brown, Colin Lacey, Danny Reed down on the sidelines, Frank Solkowski roaming the sidelines. The whole team's here. Chris Draper made an appearance. It's awesome, it's a big game when everybody comes to town.
Awesome. This is awesome. Just the bowl game experience. Terry, this has just got to be a thrill for you to watch all this. This is such a culmination.
13 minutes and 47 seconds.
I know.
We still have
let's
one
all,
more point
let's all calm down
I'll feel
for
a lot
a second.
better.
Let's calm down for a second.
But also the fact that we're playing in a bowl.
Still fun, though.
Oh, no.
Can we admit that it's fun even though we're nervous?
I'm
You're
always
nervous.
Bowling Green with the football. After the timeout taken by Georgia Southern, it'll be second down and 10 at the 46. Quick screen, and right there to pull him down after hauling in the catch, Dieter. But he was hit immediately and dropped immediately.
Hadn't been a whole lot of yak tonight. The yard after the catch, again, going back to some of that wrapping up, some of that open field tackling. They like to spread it out so much, and you get in so much one-on-one that you got to be able to tackle. These guys can take it to the house.
Caleb Williams with the tackle with no gain on the play. It'll be third down and again at the Eagle 46, and at the snap, flags come out.
May have been, legal procedure.
False start. Number 55. Offense. 5-yard penalty. Still third down.
Alex Udall, 6'4" redshirt senior out of Pickerington, Ohio. Got a little jumpy up front.
Wow, they've had turnovers.
I was going to say, what's the penalty count?
We don't have live stats, so we don't know.
They must have stayed out at the Waffle House too late last night.
Third down and 15 after that infraction. So a very critical third down as Johnson's flushed from the pocket, rolling to his right, still looking downfield, and then drops it off as he is put into the turf. And we're waiting. Georgia Southern's arguing for a flag. There was nobody in the vicinity, and he just kind of threw it up to make sure he did not go down as a sack. But
I think as you watch the replay, he was trying to throw to his receiver, but as he goes to throw it, Nardo just gets him.
Nardo Govan brings him down. There was an official on that far side that took the brunt of the collision as well, and they're trying to help him up.
Well, now the flag comes in. Wow.
So now a flag just moments ago.
I hope it's not against us in our sideline, because that was a major delay, or he was thinking about it quite a bit.
May have had to think about it a little bit. Now they're going to confer again. This is a Mountain West crew.
There's no foul in the play for intentional grounding. The quarterback was out of the pocket, and the ball crossed the line of scrimmage. Fourth down.
Good call.
No arguments there. It'll be 4th and 15. And apparently all the officials able to get back up, and no alternates needed here after the collision on that far side.
9-play drive, Chris. They had a 10-play drive that ended with a fourth down, not being able to convert, and now 9-play here, and they're having to punt.
Joseph Davidson will let it go. It goes a mile into the air. Had a 73 punt earlier in the first half. Takes a bounce at around the 20 and still stays alive. And now Bowling Green's able to down it inside the 5.
Beautiful, actually.
Down around the 4-yard line. So Georgia Southern takes over, but another nice defensive stand. And it's been all Georgia Southern here in this second half. No surprise, it's 51-27 or half 27-23 so far. Bowling Green has been shut out here in the second half. Timeout on the field, 12 remaining in the game here from Mobile. We'll return in just a moment. You're listening to Eagle Football on the Georgia Southern Sports Network from Learfield. 439 yards of total offense tonight for Georgia Southern. 357 of that on the ground, and they lead over Bowling Green 51-27 with 12:50 still remaining here in the fourth and final quarter from Mobile, Alabama, as the Eagles compete in their first ever FBS Bowl game representing the Sun Belt Conference. Carl Benson, the Sun Belt commissioner, on hand here. Got a chance to say hello to him earlier this evening at Ladd Peebles Stadium. Nearly 4,500 Georgia Southern fans at last check made the trip from all over. Although I still think Ryan may have it beat coming in from San Francisco.
I was thinking maybe the Dallas, as the rain's coming in with the wind again, maybe the Dallas people, but then you show up? Nah, I don't know.
I'm taking credit. The effort's unbelievable. You're
Here
right.
comes the rain. Holy cow.
Danny's earning his money down there.
Yeah, he is.
He'll be whining, I'm sure, about it. He's a sideline reporter. So.
Just take care of the microphone, Dan.
Just take care of the ball,
full of
Upshaw, right now as LA's in there and Upshaw's back in at quarterback. Again, Georgia Southern not needing to do what Bowling Green did for us and give them any more help.
So the Eagles look at 1st down and 10. The ball placed at the 4-yard line of their very own. Upshaw in the pistol formation with L.A. Ramsby. He's the short specialist, and L.A. will look for a hole. Now L.A. will try to bounce it out on the left edge, and L.A. spurts his way through beyond the line. I say the knee was down as the rain is coming down in buckets here in Mobile.
Flag on the play. Going to bring it back a little bit on Southern.
Holding, number 93, defense.
Oh.
That 10-yard penalty added to the end of the run. The penalty results in a 1st down.
They have been penalty stricken here. Some odd ones, too, in the
It's
second.
been good officiating tonight, hasn't it, Terry? Where's Danny at? Is he down? Has he found his way into the tunnel or something?
So they'll add after the carry by Ramsby, which this drive started at the 4-yard line, and a lot of breathing room here as they'll place the football down at the 21-yard line. Eagles break from the huddle with Crockett and Campbell out wide to the left. They'll send B.J. Johnson split to the right side. L.A. Ramsby will stay in as the featured back as they motion Michael across the formation. Give it off to L.A. and Georgia Southern, no surprise here, going to try to line up, run the football, keep this clock. As we approach 12 minutes remaining in the game, Shannon Smith made the tackle on L.A. Ramsby with a good 1st down pickup. Sets up 2nd down and 4 after the 6-yard gain. And you can bet right now Dale McGee has had strict instructions to Fabian Upshaw to keep his eye on that play clock as we're down to around 17. And the Eagles finally decide to break from the huddle here as we're under 11 minutes, 45 seconds remaining in the game. Eagles will line up with 9 on the play clock. Don't want a silly penalty here as they split one receiver to the left, 2 to the right side. Play clock at 2. They'll snap the football. Keep it on the ground. L.A. Ramsby rambles his way across the 30-yard line. Looks to be maybe a yard shy, depending on the spot, but it will set up 3rd down and a yard here. Denard Turner was there to make the tackle for Bowling Green.
Yeah, I think L.A. should get every carry here on out, but they just took him out of the game, so what do I know? Wesley Fields checking in, though. And again, very sure-handed as well. Just, like you said, they've been in the ear, protect the ball, protect the ball.
Eagles still huddled up. 15 on the play clock. Make the personnel changes as Wesley Fields comes in to be the single back. B.J. Johnson out wide to the left. Campbell in the slot. Monte Crockett out wide to the right side. Upshaw with the snap. Puts it in the belly of Fields. Bowling Green
Short.
Cracks down on it quickly. Virtually no gain on the play. Stop at the 30-yard line. May have lost maybe half a yard. Depends on where the spot comes. But it'll be 4th and a yard here. Eagles unable to convert on that 3rd down.
You're going to be kicking into the wind, so they should get good field position. Again, Ryan Nowicki ought to be able to see the clock down there. You got only 18 seconds on the play clock. 10:17 on the scoreboard there.
Robbie Moore, who's been the speedster at receiver, now will check in to field this punt. Back deep for Bowling Green inside the 30 of his own. Low snap. Nowicki will rugby-style kick this one. Gets a pretty good foot into it, angling to the near side. Moore nearly stumbled, but hauls it in at the 25, up the near side of the field, cuts away from a defender at the 40, and then hit hard at about the 41-yard line. That's where Bowling Green will take over with 9:52 remaining here in this 4th and final quarter. We'll take a timeout. There's a timeout on the field. Georgia Southern leading 51-27 over Bowling Green. We'll return to Mobile in just a moment. This is Eagle Football on the Georgia Southern Sports Network from Learfield Sports. 2015 GoDaddy GoDaddy Bowl from Mobile, Alabama. And Georgia Southern, after being down 27-23, at one point down 20-9 in the first half. But down at halftime by 4, 27-23, had just exploded on Bowling Green here in the second half. In all phases of the game, especially on the defensive side. The offense able to get cranking on the ground, led by Fabian Upshaw. And they're enjoying a 51-27 lead here as Bowling Green gets set to take back over possession. First down and 10 at their own 40-yard line.
Play of that offensive line's been good tonight, particularly the right side.
Yeah, much better.
It's been very good tonight. I mean, not on that third and one. I know they would have liked to have seen obviously more success there, but it has been good up front, and in this offense it's always interesting, Terry, watching these non-conference games. So you really get the idea of the speed that Georgia Southern has, and this is a 10-win team in Bowling Green to beat Purdue, Maryland. I mean, not the best Purdue team maybe, but still, still Purdue. I mean, you're still talking about beating a Big Ten team. But to see the speed that Georgia Southern has up against a team that won the MAC championship has been pretty impressive.
Yes.
So first down and 10. Ball at the 40-yard line. Bowling Green with possession. One receiver sent out to the right side. They'll have two receivers to the left. Matt Johnson will be the quarterback with Fred Coppett on a wing to his right side in that offensive backfield.
And they got the matchup that they want up there.
Eagles with 4 down linemen. Here's the snap. Quick play action. Johnson with a tight pocket and lets this one fly. One-on-one coverage down around the 20, and it's incomplete. Again, good coverage down there. The receiver had a seam momentarily, Robbie Rhodes, but Caleb Williams has played a well of a ball game tonight at corner.
And the problem is because they have so many receivers and they're doing the safety can't get back there to help, basically. But he is locked up there, man.
Out of 10. Johnson again will check this one down the field. This time a lot of separation, but overthrown down around the 10-yard line. That time Roger Lewis, who's been effective earlier in the game, let free down the near sideline, but that off the mark. Incomplete. Sets up third down and 10 from the 40-yard line.
I still remain surprised that they're not picking on Darius over there at 5'9". Down the sideline, locked up. Now he's giving him a lot of cushion.
So third down and 10. This time throwing underneath, looking for the tight end. Actually looking for Dieter, the tall receiver near side. He can't hold on. Threw it into 3 covered defenders, including Caleb Williams. It's incomplete. It'll be fourth down and 10 with 9:34 to go in the ball game. And Bowling Green will send on the punt unit.
Here's my basketball analogy again.
I've been waiting for it.
You have
excited.
Down in the block. What does he do? Guarded him.
Yeah.
Just ever not bounce pass.
That's it.
That's what he just did.
It's perfect. If this was a basketball broadcast, it'd be on the point.
Well, but you're here.
Thought
I'd get that in.
Joseph Davidson will punt it away. Stands at the 25-yard line. He's had some boomers here tonight. This time, left-footed kicker puts it into the air. Keaton almost went for it. Now it gets out of the way, and it will sail into the end zone for a touchback. It'll be first down and 10 at the 20-yard line with 9:24 remaining in the ball game, and the Eagles up 51-27. The rain has subsided once again. It's been off and on throughout the night. When it rains pretty hard. Danny Reed, I can't believe, looking across the way, that the rain is dampening any spirit of the Eagle Nation over there.
Well, they're still here in full force. They've actually gotten louder as the game has gone on, and they're about 9 minutes and 24 seconds away from celebrating one of the biggest victories in the history of the school.
This punter for Bowling Green's had a 73-yard punt and then a 60. So he's had a pretty good night.
So the Eagles defense quickly giving the football back to Georgia Southern after the punt. It'll be first down and 10. They'll mark it at the 20-yard line after the touchback. Last time out, the Eagles able to convert on a 3rd and 1, but don't expect the playbook to be any different than last time out. They'll try to run it up the gut, move the chains, keep the clock moving here as Fabian Upshaw, who has done a phenomenal job at quarterback tonight. This time with an empty backfield, they'll motion Matt Breida from a split end back to the backfield. They'll give it to Upshaw. Got great block out on the left edge up to the 30 and diving forward to the 33-yard line. Franklin first down for Georgia Southern. Alfonso Mack mentioned his name a lot in that first half, Terry. Not so much here in the second half, but just a great job. As Ryan said, the right side of the offensive line has been very effective tonight. That time they go to the left, and there was nobody for Bowling Green until he reached the second level.
Well, they all bid on Breida. They all went on Breida and then opened wide up for Upshaw.
One of the things people have asked me about this Georgia Southern offense this year is the number of players that contribute running the football, whether it's Kevin Ellison, Fabian Upshaw, Matt Breida, L.A. Ramsby, Wesley Fields. And they all ask, is that by design or due to injury? And it's by design, as Breida takes the handoff on 1st down and 10 from the 30. Rather 32-yard line, powers his way up to the 35-yard line. That's what makes Georgia Southern dangerous in this rushing attack. They come from all directions and all type personnel. As Austin Valdez is there to make the tackle.
Offsides, number 33, defense. 5-yard penalty, still 1st down.
All the penalties in the second half have been on Bowling Green.
Wow. And 33 on the defense, and on the other side, James Dean has been a big part of that offensive attack tonight. He's been awful good back there.
So they have certainly had turnovers, 2 costly ones, leading to scores for Georgia Southern to open this game up. And then after playing pretty clean football in the first half, they have been riddled by penalties in the second half, and now it sets up 2nd down and 5 with the ball at the 37-yard line. Eagles keep it on the ground, trying to find some room back to the line of scrimmage. Wesley Fields, he's covered up fairly quick. Into 8 minutes remaining in this game.
Real testament to this coaching staff, Terry. You know, when you've got everything that's going on, you've got a long break, you hire a new coach, you got players, you know, you're talking about 18, 19, 20-year-olds. They're in the middle of all that, the influx of coaches trying to decide who's coming, who's going, who's staying, who's coming in. They have played very disciplined tonight, and opposed to Bowling Green, who's in a very similar situation. And this coaching staff deserves a hand for that.
No doubt about it.
4-yard gain would set up actually a 2nd down and 6 upcoming as Ramsby looking for a hole. Getting back to about the 39-yard line, a gain of 1.5 yards before Royster was able to clean up the tackle for Bowling Green. But the Eagles quite content here. Work on a very manageable 3rd down with the clock rolling into 7 minutes and 20 seconds. Fabian Upshaw and the Eagle offense utilizing every second they can out of the play clock.
And, you know, Ryan, what you just said about new coaching, keep in mind, now this offense, we're going to lose the offense.
Yeah.
Darian Foreman's your only senior.
A Bird.
Well, I mean, starting right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bird.
Yeah, but not much.
3rd down and 2 at the 39-yard line. Give to Ramsby. Has some room. 1st down and then some. Breaks a tackle at midfield. Far side makes it to the Falcon 45-yard line. Franklin 1st down for the Georgia Southern Eagles. 6 minutes and 45 seconds away as Isaiah Gordine made the tackle, but a huge hole again this time on the left side.
Yeah,
opened it up for L.A. Ramsby.
Darian Foreman, you just mentioned Foreman. What a kick out there, blocked there on the left side. Ramsby doesn't get a whole lot of credit. I mean, Breida's so good. Fields has been great, and it's fun watching him. He would be the best running back on a lot of squads in the Sun Belt.
We have 3 of them.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
Your Tyson Summers, you have to be pretty pleased with this offense that you're inheriting.
Yeah.
1st down and 10 at the 45-yard line of Bowling Green. Pistol formation, Matt Breida back in at running back. Matt will get the carry, and Matt gets hit hard and then stays upright. Able to get another yard or 2, maybe even 3, to the 42-yard line of Bowling Green. Trenton Green was there to make the tackle.
So if you, Terry, are talking to Coach Summers and he comes and asks you, which I'm sure he will because he'll want to pick your brain,
you want
right?
all my input, right?
He says, Terry, tell me the pros and cons of this team I've got next year. What would you tell him? See, that's what you go to journalism school for.
I do have
right
an answer,
there.
but I didn't want to talk over the play.
Yeah.
2nd down, 7 with the ball at the 42-yard line of the Falcons. Low snap, but Upshaw able to keep. Now he'll go around the left side. Upshaw trying to get loose down the far sideline. 20, 15, 10, 5. Put an Eagle 6 on it. Touchdown, Georgia Southern. 42 yards. 4th touchdown of the night for Fabian Upshaw. And that was the dagger to Bowling Green. It's 57-27 with 5:25 remaining and 1 more point possibly upcoming.
Wow.
Great to see Kevin Ellison, first guy to congratulate Fabian Upshaw as he makes his way to the far sideline.
That option game is strong tonight.
I don't know if Ellison was hurt, but the decision to go with Upshaw and stick with him, huge.
Younghoe Koo splits the uprights. It's 58-27 with 5:25 to go in this one. Georgia Southern looking for history tonight in Mobile. They're 5 minutes and 25 seconds away from doing just that. We'll return in just a moment. Live coverage of the GoDaddy Bowl on the Georgia Southern Sports Network from Learfield Sports. 58-27, Georgia Southern leads over Bowling Green in the 2015 GoDaddy Bowl here in Mobile, Alabama. 5:25, all that remains in this game, and a very dejected-looking Bowling Green Falcons squad coming out on the field to receive the ensuing kickoff after Fabian Upshaw putting quite a performance together. Should be most everyone's vote for MVP of this game. 4 rushing touchdowns, including an 80-yarder that really turned the tide and got this offense back and cooking. But a great job tonight by this coaching staff and these players after being down 20-9, 27-23 at halftime, and then totally dominating the second half of this football game.
Yeah, Kevin Ellison bringing him over to the sideline, not letting anybody touch him, and then cleans up the seat and escorts Upshaw to have a seat. Having a little bit of fun. But gee, at 58-27, even Terry starts to have fun.
Yeah.
Loosen up a little
I'm good
bit,
now.
don't you?
I'm
You
good.
all right?
Yeah, again, they don't have
Turn
enough
out the
possessions.
lights.
I'm on.
You want me to sing it?
You know what, though? You know what today is?
What's today?
My
Here.
wife, it's our 21st wedding anniversary.
Presented by CJ.
That's funny. Our 21st wedding anniversary, and Lori, kids are back at home in Macon, watching and listening to us.
What do the good folks
very
back at home?
And she asked me, I said, "What do you want for our anniversary?" She said, "Just win, baby."
Here comes the
Just
sponsor.
win. Do you believe that?
So there's no sponsor here?
No, it's sponsored by my wife.
Okay.
186 yards rushing tonight for Fabian Upshaw, 4 rushing touchdowns, and averaging just under 17 yards per carry.
All in the second half, mind you.
Kobe and Miller back deep for Bowling Green, as the Georgia Southern fan base now starting to chant and sing goodbye to the Falcons, with still just 5:25 remaining in this game, as Younghoe Koo with the approach puts this one high into the air and deep into the wind. 3 yards deep. Scott Miller will take a knee, so a touchback into the wind for Younghoe Koo. Bowling Green will start first down and 10 at the 25-yard line. And this is one of the things when you look at this game, should this score stand, the Eagles go on to victory here to win their first ever FBS Bowl game. Be only 2 schools in the Sun Belt to be victorious in the postseason, along with Appalachian State here in 2015. But you take a look at where you're able to take the story now, moving forward with Coach Summers, who will be on the ground very soon, coming off a bowl victory, and really not just a bowl victory, but as Ryan said earlier, a very convincing bowl victory over a 10-win MAC team, as they'll keep it on the ground, hand it off to Travis Green. He goes nowhere, may have lost a yard. They'll give him forward progress to the line of scrimmage. It'll be second down and 10 as Jay Ellison smothers him up. But you just wonder the excitement about going to tell the story of Georgia Southern moving forward after tonight in Mobile.
It's fantastic. Again, there's so many kids coming back, and 2-0 in the MAC, correct?
Yeah. Gets 2 pretty good teams out of the MAC.
Yeah,
too.
both of them in the bowls and very good teams, and this
It's
is
a
the
big
MAC
deal.
champion.
It's a big deal to win a bowl game.
it
And I don't know a
is.
lot of people that aren't around FBS football and grew up around FBS football. It's a big, big deal. I don't care what level the bowl is. It's a big deal.
Second down and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. This time Travis Green coming to the near side, up across the 30, and spilled out of bounds at the 32-yard line.
Good decision on the coaching there, knowing, again, they don't have the possessions. Boy, talking smack, though. I don't get that. Anyway, the possessions to get back into this ball game. I just didn't understand that one right there. Why are you going to get into big Antoine Williams' face? I wouldn't want to get in his face ever. He's huge.
6-yard gain by Green sets up third down and 4 at the 31-yard line. Johnson sends out 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the short side of the field, the left side. 4:13 to go in the game. Snap back to Johnson. Looks left, now back to his right. Now will decide to tuck and run and slide down at the 35-yard line. Right near the first down stick. Should get the spot and keep the drive alive as we roll under 4 minutes remaining in this game.
It's a good bowl, too, because
short.
is it short?
Yeah, they're short. Wow.
So they'll say he slid a little too soon. Knee was down, so it'll be 4th and less than a yard for Bowling Green, who has been stuffed once tonight earlier in the game, back in the second quarter. And this time, I don't know if he got it. He tried to lean. Travis Green went right up the middle, The far side judge coming in has not got the spot at the 35-yard line.
Nor does the near side line judge either. It's if they give it to him, it's going to be a gift.
They've placed the football down. It doesn't appear that it's touching the white line. Bowling Green lobbying for a first down, but I think we'll get a chain crew to see if they were able to pick it up.
Chris, the only thing I want to add, Ryan, also is what you said just a minute ago. We're obviously on the way to win our first bowl game, and the second bowl game won by a Sun Belt team, going 2-4, and the two teams that won it were the ones that recently just moved up from FCS and the SoCon. Against established, Arkansas State.
And this is we love Mobile. Let's see the spot here. Looks like it's short.
Stretch out the chains. It appears to be just short. Still waiting, and it is. Second turnover on downs. Georgia Southern has the football with 3:35 remaining in this game. And to add insult to injury, Bowling Green slowly making their way to the near sideline. Eagles will take over first down and 10 right at the Bowling Green 35-yard line.
Don't discount that this game is on ESPN. There's no competition. You've scored 58. You may hang 60 on this team. This is a 10-win team. Again, there are teams playing bowl games that weren't even over 500, And some of those won and beat Sun Belt teams, by the way.
Chaz Thornton will check in as the running back. Fabian Upshaw will stay in at quarterback. First down and 10 at the 35-yard line. Snap to Upshaw. Had to go to his right to pull it down, but hands off to Thornton, and Thornton moves forward down to about the 31-yard line. A gain of 4.
And add this in there, Chris. We shut them out in the second half.
Yeah.
We reeled off 35 unanswered points in the second half. It was 27-23 at half.
Kudos to this coaching staff and these players. This has been an incredible second half.
This is a team that averages almost 44 points a game. We shut them out in the second half.
So Thornton, they give a 3-yard gain to just outside the 31-yard line. It'll be second down, a short 7 here for Georgia Southern. Again, taking their own sweet time, breaking the huddle with about 9 on the play clock as they roll under 3 minutes on the game clock. Snap back to Upshaw. Thornton again will carry, this time caught in the backfield, trying to get loose, made one tackle miss, but then brought down way back at about the 37-yard line. Loss on the play is Jamari Bozeman, the freshman, coming to make the tackle. As Del McGee just got the bath on the near sideline with power.
Good for him. Good for him.
How about him,
Coach? Good for you, Coach.
There's your trivia question in 20 years. Who was the coach when Georgia Southern won their first bowl game?
That's just awesome.
These players love him.
So now it'll be third down and 12 here. 2:17 remaining. Clock moving here in the fourth quarter. Upshaw will stay in with Thornton as the running back. This time Upshaw will pull, go around the left edge, and Upshaw just will slide down after hitting the first down sticks at the 24-yard line. May have had some more yards left in him, Terry, but nice show of class there by Fabian Upshaw. Wanted to keep the drive alive, able to get the first down and then put on the brakes with 1:55 to go here in the ball game.
I like this PA announcer here. He gets excited, doesn't he? Goodness gracious.
I saw him doing one of these numbers earlier.
I wonder if he does it
very shifty
with his hands.
Very
like
shifty.
I taught.
Like those old Citadel.
Okay, I'll admit it now. I feel better. Okay, I feel better about this game.
Good.
First down and 10 at the 24-yard line of Bowling Green. 1:35 to go in the game, and at the snap movement,
player was running off the field. They may have called a timeout. We got a little stay classy, both teams.
So we're waiting on the indication as now they make their way down. Officials from the GoDaddy Bowl are
nice suit
bringing the trophy down to the Eagles sideline.
There's no foul for legal substitution. Bowling Green called a timeout.
So Bowling Green called for time, which stops the clock with 1:32. But the GoDaddy Bowl trophy has made its way down, Danny Reed, probably somewhere near you, and you knew something was up when the crowd erupted.
Yeah, this is awesome to see these guys, how they came out from halftime, being able to translate momentum and excitement into what just happened, and seeing guys like Jamal Johnson and Matt Dobson get emotional down here. What this means to these seniors who gave up 2 years of postseason play to do this. L.A. Ramsby going nuts on this side as well. These guys deserve every bit of this, and to do it for Coach Del McGee, just wonderful. It really is.
We get a new coach next season. And you mentioned Danny Reed, new voice of the Eagles, as our own Chris Blair moves on. This is a pretty good game to finish up with, Chris, isn't it?
Yeah. By the way, congratulations.
Thank you.
And thanks for you guys letting me in here. This is
Upshaw
awesome.
takes the knee. The clock begins to move. 1:20. Eagles can call off the Dogs here. Watch the clock roll down, leading 58-27. Complete shutout of the Falcons offense in the second half. And the Eagles rushing attack cranked up big time. Led by Fabian Upshaw, who certainly had the performance of his career at Georgia Southern with 4 rushing touchdowns, 169 yards rushing, and averaging about 17 yards per carry. Upshaw will take a knee on 2nd down and 10. Clock down to 47 seconds. Now the fans getting restless across the way. Everyone on their feet, waving their flags. And how appropriate. It appears that for the most part the rain has subsided here for these final 40 seconds of this football game, as Georgia Southern will put it in the history books. First year of eligibility for an FBS Bowl. They come to Mobile. Upshaw takes the knee on 3rd down and 10. And that's all she wrote. They're in the history books now, winning their first ever bowl game here at the GoDaddy Bowl in 2015 with a resounding victory. 58-27 as the horn sounds, and this one's all in the books. Georgia Southern a winner in the 2015 GoDaddy Bowl over Bowling Green. Final score 58-27 as the teams exchange gestures on the field, and Georgia Southern fans continue to celebrate a historic night in a very historic football program, as the Eagles will be presented with the GoDaddy Bowl trophy just moments from now, as Dell McGee is being hoisted and carried off the field by the players who showed up, put in the work, bounced back after the last game of the regular season, and earned a victory tonight, 58-27. So much more to come on the Ford Locker Room Wrap-Up presented by Ford and your Georgia neighborhood Ford dealers. So stay right with us. We'll have comments from down on the field. Danny Reed will get a chance to talk with head coach Dell McGee, talk with some victorious Eagle players, and who knows who else may show up down there on the field before we're done tonight. Final score here in Mobile in the 2015 GoDaddy Bowl. Georgia Southern 1-0 in bowls and FBS with a 58-27 win over Bowling Green. We'll return in a moment. This is Eagle football on the Georgia Southern Sports Network from Learfield Sports.
Welcome to the ESPN3 postgame trophy ceremony presented by Capital One at the GoDaddy Bowl. Festivities down in the field about to begin, but first, this messages. Look at the Capital One Cup overall standings. The Capital One Cup is awarded annually to the best men's and women's Division I college athletic programs, and with it, a total of $400,000 in scholarship funds for student athletes. Penn State continues to hold the top position on the women's side, but Nebraska made a jump to the second spot thanks to their women's volleyball championship title over Texas. Stanford sits atop the men's standings after claiming the soccer title with a victory in the Men's College Cup Championship over Clemson. To find out more and follow your favorite school in the standings, go to CapitalOneCup.com. Now let's go to Laura Rutledge for the trophy ceremony and MVP announcement of the GoDaddy Bowl.
All right, and thank you, Tom, and welcome everybody to the GoDaddy Bowl trophy presentation. We've got Phil Bienert here. He's the Chief Marketing Officer and Vice President of GoDaddy, and we also have Dr. Gene Bartles, President of Georgia Southern University. Thanks so much for being with us. Phil will assist in the trophy presentations. So let's start right now with Georgia Southern's interim head coach, Del McGee, for the presentation of the GoDaddy Bowl trophy. Del, you told us that this team was going to have to get through a lot of adversity to get to this point. You had to come in and prepare for an up-tempo offense. How did you get this team ready to execute the game plan that they did this evening?
Well, our coaches did a fantastic job this week getting our kids prepared. The kids took the game plan and implemented it tonight. And we got Eagle Nation behind us. And when you got them, when you got Eagle Nation behind you, everything's possible.
You want to try to lift this thing up?
Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Let's get it, coach. Let's get it, coach. I don't want to touch it once.
All right, let's move on to our most valuable player. You guys might have an idea about this most valuable player. He came into the game, and he knew he would have to do something to stay in. That's Fabian Upshaw, your most valuable player. Fabian, coming into this one, you knew that Matt Breida was a little dinged up. What was required of you to get this offense going?
I mean, nothing spectacular. Coach just said run the offense, read your keys, and everything will be okay from there.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Let's move on to our most valuable defensive player, and that award goes to Nardo Govan. Nardo, with all you've been through injury-wise and what you've had to come back from, what does this one mean to you?
Honestly, I can't explain it, to be honest. It's just a beautiful feeling that we got this win for the seniors, and for Eagle Nation to bring home the first bowl.
Congratulations.
Hey.
Up next, your most valuable offensive player, and that one's going to go to Mr. Wesley Fields.
Congratulations.
Wesley, it seems like you guys obviously know what Matt Breida can do, but the rest of you running backs have a little something special too. What do you think you proved tonight?
I mean, I wouldn't say it's all on me, man. The offensive line, the wide receivers, tight end, everybody played their role, man. The Eagle Nation, man. We in here, man. GoDaddy Bowl, first one for the team, man. We did it for the seniors.
All right, and last but certainly not least, your special teams player of the game, and that's Matt Dobson. Matt, with all the uncertainty, the coaching changes, and everything that this team had to go through to get to this point, what makes this one extra special for you?
It's super special for the seniors. We've been through so much in the transition years, but this coaching staff did an outstanding job. They all stayed. That's not always common. They could have gone somewhere else, but every one of these coaches stayed, and so thankful for that great job they did.
Congratulations. We'll go back to you, Tom.
Laura, thank you, and thank you for watching the GoDaddy Bowl trophy ceremony presented by Capital One. Good night from Mobile.
We've got much more to come here in the Ford locker room wrap-up. Danny Reed will have a chance to talk.
How about you, Chris? It's your last broadcast. Pretty good way to go out.
No, it's a fantastic way to go out. But we've got much more to come as we'll hear from Dell McGee and the Georgia Southern players as they celebrate the GoDaddy Bowl victory, as Coach Dell McGee has now been about to be awarded the trophy here in Mobile, Alabama. A special night for him, a special night for this university. And if you're a part of Eagle Nation, I don't know if you'll find a more proud moment than to be an Eagle here on a Wednesday night in Mobile, Alabama.
I agree with you, and it's a proud moment. I speak for Ryan and Spike Napier and Russ and Danny and, of course, Colin and Chris Draper and the Straws that have stirred the drinks back and network control over the years. It's been proud for us to have worked with you. And numerous, we all have our favorite calls. I'm still trying to figure out what my favorite Chris Blair call is. I have so many of them. But I think Colin might have something that he wants to play, and we'll touch on that.
The voice of the Eagles, Chris Blair.
Blair's the big guy. A couple years back, you asked if I wanted to join the radio crew for the Tailgate Show, and I thought it would be fun, and, well, it's been just that. You and the entire radio team have become my best friends, and we've shared some pretty good times. Some of those things we're not going to talk about right here, I can tell you that. I'm so proud of you and wish nothing but the best for you and the entire Blair family as you guys head down to Baton Rouge. For me, my favorite Chris Blair call is a no-brainer. When Georgia Southern knocked off the Florida Gators down in the swamp, the excitement in your voice, that moment, you were saying what so many Georgia Southern fans were thinking. We all felt like we drained the swamp that day. Hey now.
It's over and complete. Georgia Southern will win this one. The Eagles drain the swamp. Happy Thanksgiving, Merry Christmas, and Happy New Year, Eagle Nation. Remember this day, November 23rd, 2013. Georgia Southern just beat Florida 26-20. Hey now!
Russ Brown here. You know, it's hard to pick just one memorable call out for Chris. There were so many over the decade he was in Statesboro, so many great moments. But I think one that really sort of captured the essence of Chris Blair as a play-by-play man came when the Eagles were at Bobby Dodd Stadium taking on Georgia Tech. A great second-half comeback, came up just a little bit short. The Eagles had really opened up the passing attack in the second half. Kevin Ellison drives back to throw, and in the call you'll hear the quick wit, the uniqueness, and his ability to sound classic yet not cliche. I think that's really what makes him special. So here is my favorite Chris Blair call.
Ellison and Breida in the backfield. Here's the pistol snap. Ellison sprinting to his right. Has time. Checks his Facebook status. Throws downfield. And caught. Down around the 8-yard line. He'll be down at the 2. Kentrell Showers. A beautiful catch under duress.
Hey guys, this is Danny Reed. Chris, I haven't had the pleasure of working side by side with you the last few years like many of the guys on the crew have, but you have been one of my good friends these past 4 years, and I have been your sideline guy this year. Let me just say that you've had an impact on me personally and professionally that I don't know if I'll ever be able to tell you fully about. So the best way I can say it is thank you for everything that you've done, and it is an absolute honor to follow you here at Georgia Southern as the next voice of the Eagles. I think the most telling way that people feel about someone is how they tell stories about them after they're gone. And even though you're an LSU Tiger now, you are always going to be an Eagle. My favorite one of you, 2010 Paulson Stadium against Appalachian State, number 1 goes down.
Presley in the pocket now, decides to tuck and run. Presley in trouble and dropped at the 9. Ball's loose. Georgia Southern's got it. Number 1 goes down. Number 1 goes down. Number 1 goes down. Georgia Southern has defeated Appalachian State 21-14 in overtime at Allen E. Paulson Stadium.
Here comes the fans. There's going to be a celebration in Statesboro tonight.
Hey guys, it's Colin Lacey. Chris, it's been a true honor to be able to work with you and learn everything I know about the business. When I walked into your office in Hanner just about 4 years ago to meet you for the first time and to talk about what you needed from me to work with the sports network, I didn't know what to expect and could have never dreamed that it would turn into all of the opportunities you've given me. You and the rest of the crew have become like my second family, and I can't thank you enough for everything you've done for me the past 4 years. We're going to miss you, but I know you're going to do great things in Baton Rouge, and Tiger Nation will love you just like everybody around here does. My favorite call of yours comes against Appalachian State last year, the first ESPNU nationally televised game of the FBS era in Georgia Southern. Matt Breida breaks a run, and Katie bar the door.
James Dean and as the tight end. High snap but fielded. Give off to Breida. Breida free. Across midfield, down the far side hash. Katie bar the door. Matt Breida's in again. Put an Eagle 6 on it. Touchdown, Georgia Southern.
Chris, I'm trying to think of what my favorite Chris Blair call is because there's so many. But that was fantastic.
That was awesome, Colin.
I remember the first one of Appalachian State when we knocked them off, and you had the classic, and you looked at me and you said, "Don't say a word, turn everybody off."
And he still talked.
And I still talked. No, he turned my mic off, and you reeled off the. We came to the Rock and put an Eagle Crack in it. Of course, later they played it back for us and rubbed it in our face, but that's not the point. At that time, it was fantastic, and I want to say tonight was my favorite Chris Blair call because of the historic victory against the Bowling Green in our very first bowl game. Of course, the Florida Gator one, which is special to me. But as I thought about this, my very favorite Chris Blair call happened in 2006 before he ever called a Georgia Southern football game. I was doing the show,
right.
I think with Russ or with you.
No, with me.
With Russ.
I'm forgotten so easily.
I know you are
I'm
forgotten.
so easily forgotten. I already got written off that moment.
We
too.
were in Macon doing our show, the Afternoon Sports Drive together, and I got a call from Chris Blair about and I already knew that he was a new voice. It was the first time I spoke to him on the phone, and I have to say that's one of my favorite calls. And then, because it not only led to a wonderful friendship, and he puts up with the snoring of me on the road because he snores just as bad, but a great friendship over the years where I got to know his family. And then that call also led to you, Ryan Chambers, coming on the broadcast team because he said, as I've told Russ over, he said we need a sideline person, and they don't necessarily have to be a Georgia Southern person. They just need to be really good, and I wouldn't mind if they had a TV background, and that was Ryan Chambers, I mentioned to you, and the rest is history, and two of the best broadcasters that I know. It's Chris Blair and Ryan Chambers.
Congratulations, Chris.
So I'm
man.
very happy for both you guys, and I'll be an LSU Tiger from here on out except for one ball game. And that's when we come to Baton Rouge and play you guys. But, Chris, thank you for everything. And on behalf of Eagle Nation, you brought some great legendary calls. You are the man. Thank you.
Anybody else have anything to add?
No.
We're all done?
Yeah,
you know what?
That, by the way, Colin, that was longer than the intro. It's unbelievable.
Could you turn our mics off so Chris can call out?
That's a nice job done by Colin Lacey. Nice for all of you guys to do it, and it's been great to be a part of Georgia Southern for 10 football season, and can't thank everybody enough back at the university allowing me to be a part of it here in 2015. I had a feeling back in the summer it could be a very special year, and culminating tonight here in Mobile with a 58-27 win over Bowling Green to capture the program's first ever FBS Bowl victory. I thank you for letting me be a part of the ride, and it has been a thrill of a lifetime. With that, the copyright broadcast tonight, an exclusive presentation of Georgia Southern Sports Properties, a property of Learfield Sports. Under the broadcasting rights granted by Georgia Southern University, any reuse of this presentation strictly prohibited without the express written consent of Georgia Southern University and Georgia Southern Sports Properties. All the announcers you heard, every single one of them were employed by Georgia Southern Sports Properties tonight with the approval of Georgia Southern University. So now, for my broadcast partners, Terry Arvin, Russ Brown, Ryan Chambers, Danny Reed, Frank Solkowski, Colin Lacey, Chris Draper, and the straw stirring the drink back at Network Controls, Mr. Drew Whaley. This is Chris Blair letting you know once again, Georgia Southern, a winner tonight in Mobile in the 2015 GoDaddy Bowl with a final score of 58-27 over Bowling Green. Stay tuned more for the Ford Locker Room wrap-up, interviews, game stats, scores, and much, much more. This is Georgia Southern football from Learfield Sports.